Hello!
Hello, everybody.
That feels loud, but maybe it's not. I had to restart a bunch of stuff today,
Sounds fine.
so... We'll see if
Kobold
that
had
works
to
out.
update OBS.
I did update OBS, so we should hopefully not be having issues. Hello, Momo. Hello, Seth. Hello, Tegu. Hello, Blister.
Hello, made it.
Elliot. Hello, E-Black.
Hello, E-Black. Hello, Ancapus. Hello, everybody. We hope that you are all doing well today. 16-hour print is too small for my liking. Yep, I understand that feeling, Blister.
Oh, do I ever.
Ain't nothing you could do except resize it and print it again. And then it'll take 30 hours because it's bigger now.
So, as I mentioned, I cut off quite a bit of material and re-sewed everything.
I did. It's turning out really good, Elliot. I forgot to like it earlier. I'll do that now.
Now we're on to the... Oh god, which one's the good side? This one's the good side. Okay, now we're on to the, waistband, which is this big piece. Now, I've already made the decision on what I'm going to do with this. Initially, I thought it'd be a really good idea to fold it in and fold it over.
Hi, Gran.
Hello, Grant. The issue is this is stupid thick, and I enjoy having
Hands?
skin leather on my hands. So, we're gonna do it the way the stupid thing recommends you do, and one fold, stitch down this side to attach it, and then top seam over the top. I'm gonna do something to close the end here. It doesn't... The instructions don't tell me anything. I'm assuming they just want me to leave that open. I'm not doing that. These instructions suck. So they say...
It's a pattern from the 70s.
It's a bad pattern from the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
It says, with wrong side of waistband, which is the fuzzy side, to right side of pants, which is the yellow side, and overlapping 1/2 of an inch, match the center back, center front, small dots to side seam.
Okay.
And then tack them together. So far,
Okay.
my tacking, so it doesn't tell me what to do past tacking, right? I still have this tacked down. Am I supposed to sew this?
Hey, is it the pocket that you're talking about, or what
This
part?
is the zipper, the fly. There's no
Oh,
zipper.
the fly. So, what it's going to have you do is it's going to have you sandwich the fly between the waistband.
Correct,
Which is
but,
why you haven't sewn it.
what I
It's
mean
just
is there's
saving you stitching so that you don't have a stitch there.
but there's a... If I remove this, it's gonna open up.
I don't know. I'd say just follow it along with them, because you need to have something to sandwich the buttons in.
That's why I haven't touched it yet. Anyway.
Hi, Seth. You were stuck on the pre-screen. The
Oh.
pre-stream screen. Well, welcome. We're glad you made it. And it
Ease
is dummy
in
thick grin.
any fullness between center back and side seam. I again don't know what that means. Fold the
Ease in.
waistband
So you're gonna
along
put it
the
up
fold
into it, is
line
what they mean.
and tack to enclose the top of the pants. Sew 1/4 inch from the bottom edge of the waistband with a running stitch or a saddle stitch. Be sure not to close the pocket openings. Oh shit.
Okay.
Wait, is it? No, that... Am I supposed to... Tack loop leather to... What does that mean? What is that? Am I supposed to add something to that? Hold on. It doesn't tell me what to do with this, and all of a sudden it's telling me to... There's a... Tack loop leather. Have the loop hang towards the bottom of the pants. Oh, that's so that you can bring it up around. We're not doing pocket... We're not doing loops on these, because they're not... They wouldn't have existed.
So I'm pretty sure the ease in just means
Make it so that
to
it's not
push
wrinkly.
up. Yeah, you want to ease it in.
To reinforce the top edge of the waistband, sew a running or saddle stitch 1/8 from the top edge. If adding belt loops, fold them up and then 1/4 inch over the top of the waistband. Sew in place with the reinforcement stitching.
Oh, I'm sorry, Blister.
That's it. That's all it tells me to do. Doesn't tell me. And looking at the picture,
seems
it
pretty
just
straightforward.
it just says leave it open on the side, which I'm not doing that. I'm doing. It also didn't
Well,
tell me.
they may
It
be
also
doing
didn't
that
tell
for
me
a
to
reason.
do this.
Do you have to have?
So I'm doing this.
Do they have a hook and
on...
eye that you're supposed to use?
No.
Well, they may be leaving that open in case you wanted to put something like
Well,
a hook and eye or
I will
a
not be doing that.
a separate button up there.
Well, no. That's not what I mean. What I'm saying is, okay, so, right? This is the edge of the pant, right? This goes
Aye.
over, like so, right? A 1/2 inch, it said, which is roughly here-ish, to roughly here-ish, and I've got this huge, just hole down the middle of it.
Could put rope through it.
Could, not doing that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this, what I did here, just up the edge. And just
Read
closing
through
it.
the rest of the pattern and make sure that they're not having you do anything special with that.
That's it.
That's the last part.
There is only one additional part, which says, and let me read it so that I'm not stupid here. Make buttonholes in left front, strengthening with buttonhole stitch. Make buttonholes on front for pocket closures if desired. Cut fringe if it has been added. That's it.
Okay.
This whole pattern is like 6
All right.
steps.
They do not give you very much information.
Yeah, it's not good. This is a terrible pattern. Bad instructions, bad pattern.
But it's okay. You are learning and you will be fine.
Frankly speaking, if I didn't know how to do patterning, this would be the hardest thing in the world, and this would make me want to give up doing leatherworking. Like, if I was new at it, you know what I mean?
Like the shirt pattern that I tried that told me, just cut out the torso. It'll be fine.
Yeah. It makes you want to quit, right?
There was no torso pattern piece.
It makes you want to give up immediately, because you're like, well, I guess I'm stupid. Right?
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt, and my fucking sewing machine kept failing.
So,
It was real bad, and that's why I don't like that shirt. I need to make a new one, and I need to make it not be ass.
ooh. Butterfly wing.
I can pattern. Very cool. You'll have to show us. That sounds cool.
Okay, so
I
let's
have
stamp
a
this-
medical terminology test tomorrow. It was
What?
supposed to be on Thursday, but my teacher had to move it up because she's going to be observed on Thursday. She didn't want to just have the observers sitting there while we were all testing.
Lame.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Yes, it's tomorrow instead. So, I mean, I think I've got it pretty down. There are a couple people that absolutely are struggling and feel very overwhelmed. I figured out why that one lady left, by the way. I can tell you later. But yeah, no, it's real rough. I'd like to just to give a little example as to what the heck I'm even having to do here. Each test is like over 130 something terms that I have to memorize. I can't use notes on anything. And yeah, no, and so we have 10 weeks to get through 15 chapters. So every test has like 2 to 4 chapters. And we are halfway through the semester already. So this is all just for one semester.
That's fun.
I did a study group today, don't worry, Blister.
Uh-oh.
I actually feel like I'm probably going to get 100% again, just like I did last time. Plus, I get bonus points because I went to a study group. Now, we're not on the tarsals. We are talking about... So, this test is about the digestive system and the integumentary system. And the integumentary system is your skin, your hair, your nails, your subcutaneous tissues.
The tegu
the digestive system. Integumentary. Fingers crossed. Thank you. Can I fix your stomach issues? I am not a licensed medical professional, so I do not have the ability to do that, but it depends on what kind of stomach issues you're having. I may be able to recommend minor remedies. If it's like IBS, I'm sorry, I cannot help you.
I have a solution, but it's not a good one.
Cutting out their stomach is not a proper solution, Kobold. Neither is dying. You can't just say just die. I know you. I knew it was gonna be either one of those two.
Wait. Have you tried just not hurting? Damn! Elliot, I had to come up with a new one because you took mine. Get a new
I
stomach.
took all of you. Yeah, it's true. It's not cool to tell people on the internet to die anymore.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I was thinking it, but I didn't
Maybe
say
I'll
it.
just die then. Yeah, no, I know you were thinking it.
I was
That's why
thinking
I said
it,
that.
but I didn't say it.
No,
I
but
know I
depending
can't
on
say
what you're
that on the
having
internet
sensitivities to, there are ways around stomach issues, especially if it's like IBS. But, yeah, no, I've got, if you'd like to hear some terms, I have some things that I need to remember. For example, there are... Thanks, Campus. KYS is know your stuff. I'm curious, do they still teach the KISS rule in school?
The what?
The KISS rule. Do you know about the KISS rule?
I do not. That was not in my time period.
KISS, it's an acronym. It means keep it simple, stupid.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty messed up. I didn't have much care for that one. Haven't been to school in 5 months? Is that like PEMDAS? Please excuse my dope-ass swag. That one's pretty good. I do
What?
like that.
Dope-ass swag? What?
When I was a kid, it was please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
So was mine.
But dope-ass swag is fun. Oh, doing homeschool. Okay, right, that makes sense. But yeah, no, it was something they taught me back in middle school, was keep it simple, stupid, and I was like, that's kind of mean. I don't like that. They were like, it's just a rule to remember what to do. You don't want to overcomplicate your writing, and I was just like, oh, but you don't have to say it like that.
It's just
That's
mean.
mean. Yeah. Which normally means you'd be all about it, Kobold.
I know. I should have come up with it first. Bastards.
But, yeah. So, in the small intestine,
Not to be confused for the big intestine, because it's smaller.
small and large, actually. But, in the
I've
small
been made a
intestine, there are 3 parts. And it's the D, the J, and the I. And these are all fun words. There's the duodenum, the jejunum, and the ileum. Which, they just sound fun. Duodenum, jejunum. Yeah, DJ intestine! Sick. But, then there is appendix, which, I mean, it's the appendix. It's a little shitty guy that if it gets sick, you literally fucking die if it bursts. It's terrible.
Other than minor dings and dents, Kobold is
Oh no.
majority of his organs still intact.
good. I actually, a little bit of a story time. I thought I was having appendicitis. I had like level 10 pain for like 12 hours, and at 3 in the morning, or like 2 in the morning, I ended up having to drive myself to the ER because I was like, I am not doing good. You remember that day, honey. And I spent like 11 hours in the ER sitting around while they had done a couple of tests. And the guy was just like, listen, I'm really sorry. You have some kind of bacterial infection in your ileum, in the ileal end of your small intestine. And it's just gonna really suck, and I wish you had appendicitis, because then I would have been able to just take it out and you'd stop hurting. You're just gonna have to wait this one out until you feel better. And I was just like, fuck.
Guess I'll die.
You can't just cut it out? Yeah. No, it was fucking terrible. He's like, I wouldn't wish this on anybody, and I'm really sorry that it's happening to you. And I'm like, thanks. It doesn't help, but thanks. Seth said, when my appendix went, I was so confused. I was in pain, but I couldn't tell why or what to do about it. Yeah, it can also give you confusion, which is crazy. It can, like, make you disoriented because of how bad the pain is. But, I got better. It was just, like, a little thing that can just happen. Wasn't fun. Wouldn't recommend it if you can help it. I didn't do anything to get it. It just kind of, my bacteria in my gut was just like, yeah, you know what? Fuck you today. This is gonna happen. You know, it was bad. I couldn't even, like, move or breathe without being, like, in excruciating pain. It was terrible. Anyway, so you have the appendix.
Tried getting a new appendix?
Seth said, yeah, I was full on disoriented. I tried walking to the bathroom, and it was like walking in a funhouse. Yeah, no, it's real fucked up. Fun fact of brain surgery, which I had learned from... I've been watching a lot of medical documentaries since being in this class. I mean, I watched them anyway, but... fun thing about brain surgery is oftentimes after brain surgery, you have to be monitored for, like, a couple days. Not because... I mean, there's always worry of, like, infections and stuff, but the biggest worry for people is you can get delirium, like, really bad delirium, and it's not cool. And so they have to put you in a really, like, safe and very regulated...
We have a problem.
Are able to see the sunlight when it is daytime, and you do not see any light when it is nighttime, so that your body clock can fix itself so that you don't, like, go crazy. No, they don't put you in a rubber room. They have to make sure that you see light, that you are talked to, that you are interacted with, because they don't want you to go fucking crazy. What happened? Your needle break?
No, I'm not. I'm standing, but I'm punching holes, but well, you see,
not going through.
This doesn't line up with this.
Uh-oh.
And it
squooched while it was
it's
under
supposed to at least get kind of close. So we're modifying the shape just a teensy bit to make this fucking work.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm blabbing a bit.
No, you're fine.
But, right, so you have the appendix, and then you have the liver, which the combining form, which is a type of form used in medical terminology, it's like the base of a word, for liver is hepato. So, if you have, like, hepatitis, it is an inflammation of your liver.
Hepatitis?
Not tigress.
Ain't that one of them,
Is it true that most surgeons are sociopaths? No, but I do feel like a lot of them do require a lot of therapy.
If that was the case, I'd be
while.
a good surgeon. Oh, wait. I'm not a sociopath. I'm just insane.
You are neither of those. Oh, Elliot's telling us a Candlestick Park story. 2013, mom passed out while pregnant with brother. Fight broke out between the Niners fans, and we had to bring my mom to the stadium first aid room. Oh, wow. That's crazy. I'm glad she was okay, but that's... Yeah, I'd imagine having to go around all the fighting must have been interesting. But, right, so you have the hepatosystem, which is the liver, and then you have the choleosystem, which, the choleocyst is the gallbladder, and then off of the gallbladder, you have cholangioma, which are the bile vessels, and you have choledox, which are the ducts off of the vessels, and then you have the chole itself, which is the bile. And you never want to get cholelithiasis because that is a gallstone, and it hurts like a motherfucker, and it's not fun. But they do have a fun way of treating gallstones.
Going on! Fucking Thunder Mountain Railroad!
No, that's kidney stones. That's different.
It don't matter. Any kind of stone.
No, that's incorrect. But with gallstones, if they catch it early enough, what they can do is they'll put you on a bed, laying down on your back over like this sheet of water, and they do I think it's sonic lysis or something like that. It's a destruction of the stone
By vibration.
by using sonic waves to vibrate it till it breaks apart.
I could make a lot of
They
jokes.
just kinda
I'm not
shake
gonna
it
make
around a
any
bunch.
jokes.
They just go. Gran said, "Oh, I had a cancer scare last year with my gallbladder. It was terrifying." Yeah, no, the gallbladder kind of
Just get
fucking
rid of it.
sucks, but you need it for a lot of. No,
you don't.
You need it for a lot of things. Without your gallbladder, you can't process grease, which means you can't process dairy because it is greasy, or meats, or fishes, or it's like what happened with my older sister. She had her gallbladder removed, and because of that, she can't eat fucking anything.
I'm not seeing the issue here.
Do you not want to eat anything? You can't have cheese.
I'm seeing the problem suddenly.
You can't have cheese, you can't have butter, you can't have oil on anything ever.
Listen, I'm not giving up cheese. I would rather die.
I know, that's my point, is you need your gallbladder.
Chad, I've decided the gallbladder can stay.
Elliot said it was the first base side next to the goalpost, which was 14 years after the Giants left the Candlestick. Man, that must have been an interesting experience for you. You get to see a different side of the park that most people don't see. And Catcher said, well-impaired empathy and being able to be calm and collected. Sociopaths would make great surgeons anyway. But the issue is they don't have the bedside manner that is required for a situation like that. And that's how you end up with surgeons like House, where it's just a dude who, yeah, he might be a good surgeon, but he fucking sucks.
Roadhouse.
Not... E-Plex said, they hit you really hard to smash the stone.
Ugh.
Seth said, I passed a kidney stone while driving from Nashville to Vegas and got an infection from it. Found out I had 6-ish more left inside, went to the hospital a few months ago and they can't find it. Well, good, that means that your body likely processed them. Because they can get reabsorbed into the body.
That's fucked up.
Which is that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. I'm glad that you didn't have to pass anymore.
That's fucked up.
Grant said, without your gallbladder, you need to take so many dietary supplements. No chips. It's true. No chips. No breads. No cheese. Terrible time.
Chat, the gallbladder can stay.
Yep. Seth said, they say a guy passing a kidney stone is like a woman giving birth in terms of pain. I guess I've had multiple kids. Oof. E-Black said, yeah, physical ingestion of fats is done from the gall, right? Yep, absolutely it is. No butter, no bread, no cheese, no nothing, no meats. And Kappa said, I know for a fact I'm not a sociopath or anything like that. I have a surprising amount of empathy, which is good. It's very hard to live without your gallbladder. It absolutely is, Momo. Dr. House fought in World War One. I don't think so. Did he?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that was in
Alongside
1914, and I don't think that's correct.
I don't think House is old enough for that.
Vietnam, maybe, but
Plus,
I don't know.
I don't imagine that man went
House.
to war.
I've just seen
I've seen all the shorts.
Shorts, yeah.
Yeah, alongside Mr. Bean. Ah, I see.
Wait, well that wasn't. He wasn't.
Oh wait, you're talking about the actor? Yes, I believe the actor actually did have a war movie that he did with Mr. Bean.
What? Oh wait, like a long time ago, right? That was
funny plot twist if Farley was more of a sociopath than Kobold. I am overly empathetic, like to a fault.
Meh.
Yeah, Blackadder. Yeah. Yeah. So then, what else do we have? In the integumentary
I don't think
system,
I'm a sociopath. I think I'm just an asshole.
Yeah. I don't think you're a sociopath. I'm gonna be real. I know you. You're a very sensitive little guy. And even if you say you don't care how other people feel, you do. Or at least you care how I feel. Kobold. Your printer's making weird noises, Blister? Uh-oh, go save it.
I'm just seeing my fingers bleeding every time I stamp more holes.
Hi, Kyo. Good to see you. It's been a while.
Hello,
How have you
Kyo.
been? And Kappa said, you two are the real working class. I'm proud of you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, and Kyo said, yeah, show those pants who's boss.
I wish. This pattern is the worst.
It's pretty bad. Grant said Kobold about to get his internet flickered again by Farley for that. Oh, the outer brim flipped up. You don't have to restart it. Okay, good. Thank goodness, Blister. The butter.
Oh, it elephant-footed.
Yeah. I steal Kobold's Wi-Fi. I wish, then I'd actually be able to download the fucking Oblivion remaster. I've been trying to download it for the past 2 days. And I'm at 20%. 21%. I've had it going non-stop.
Just wait till you get the update.
Kia said, pants are annoying to make. The first time I made pants, I could not understand what the heck I was looking at.
What?
Yeah, it's even worse because these are
So-
like a leather pants pattern from the 70s.
Alright, I'm gonna stop you right there. No, it's not. It says that it is, but it very much is not. It is telling me to do things with leather that are not physically possible. Like what you do with fabric. You sew wrong sides and then you flip them out, and then you top stitch them. You can't do that with leather, because it doesn't flex like fabric.
I think you're supposed to use leather-like on this. I don't think you're supposed to use proper leather.
It says, well, I would say you were correct. Only material requirements: 2 hides.
I feel like goat may have been better for the flexibility-wise.
This is lying to me.
It's lying.
I do not recommend this pattern at all. That being said, if I knew it was leather-like materials, then I wouldn't be so mad. Like that
Right,
Easy
because they
Rider
would've told
coat
you
that I'm gonna
outright
make.
instead of...
Actually, Keo hasn't been here. Keo. Very 1970s.
Says she said, I'm okay, super tired lately, but hanging on.
I'm making me an Easy Rider coat next. Not next. I've got
Hell
some
yeah.
things in line, but that's next to this project.
Yeah, it'll be cool. Kia said maybe thinner, less processed leather. I don't know, I'm intimidated by the idea of doing leatherworking. And then she said, ooh, very nice.
So,
I agree, Blister.
I would say...
Kobold, I think you strive for realism is harming you.
No. Shut up. I would say, as far as like sewing goes, leather is closer to quilting than it is to sewing. Because you can sew leather on a machine if you get thin enough, but it's
Hard. It's hard work.
You have to pre-punch the holes. And there's a lot
Can
more...
you make a leather miku?
I can. Do you want me to make a leather miku?
Not right now, you have too many projects, but maybe eventually that would be cool. But, what was I going to say? Sorry, my brain's a little fried. I've got so much medical terminology in my head. Yeah, Keo, it's been forever. I started college thanks to Kobold, and I have been thriving. I'm about halfway through my first semester. I'm going for medical assistant.
You're halfway through your first semester already?
Yeah, our semesters are quarterly, so
Yeah.
this first semester just goes from April to June.
Wow.
It's 10 weeks.
That's very different from my college
I think
experience.
Yeah. But, I have to go to a lot more classes overall, I think, because of how much goes into these shorter things. Like, each semester should be at least 15 credits. So I have to take at least 3 classes each semester, which means quarterly I'm taking, or for the full year I'm taking like 12 classes overall, which is a lot.
That's fine.
Get a lot less time to work through them. What were you saying, huh?
I'm dreading.
Why? What happened?
I'm just thinking of sewing this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My fingers have not recovered quite yet from
Yeah, you're
restitching
still
these
hurting
twice.
From the weekend. Understandably, of course. But Absalom, just laugh a lot. It'll help. For legal reasons, this is a joke. No.
do say laughter is the best medicine.
Oh, you missed a little. That's okay. Welcome back. I was saying I have been in college and I'm about halfway through my first semester.
Yes, Kyo. All of these are 100% sewn by hand with natural materials. Even the lace is made from sinew, which is animal tendon.
Yep.
It's sticky.
Pew, pew, pew. Thank you. Thanks. Honestly, I probably should procrastinate a bit more. I am ahead in all of my classes at the moment, and I have a medical terminology test tomorrow, but I feel like I'll be fine. My brain is a little overwhelmed at the moment.
But the reason why I say that I had to sew it twice, Kyo, is I followed the pattern. You know how patterns always run small. So I followed it for the biggest size and thought, oh, I could cut it down a little bit, which I did in the beginning. And I didn't cut down enough. For some reason, it went from a size 38 to like a size 45. So I had to cut off about 6 inches on both sides.
That was a lot. Too much.
Cause yeah, I'm a size 34.
It's too big.
Yeah. They did not stay up at all. And now they're a little bit on the tight side, which is fine, because I'm also dieting again. So I'm hoping to lose some weight.
And yes, Encapus, technically I am, I guess. I hadn't really thought of that until now, but yeah, I'm going on my way to get an associate's in medical assistant work.
Yes, they do.
Tight leather pants in Japan. Yeah.
Leather stretches quite well.
Stretch much.
And yes, tight leather pants will be worn in Japan until I'm lighter.
Or until they stretch.
These are the pants that I'm wearing to Japan.
He is. He's gonna go to Tokyo Disney because he's super Disney coded.
Listen.
I'm not wrong. You can't be mad at me for telling them the truth, Kobold.
Nothing can stop me now.
You don't know how? I'm not gonna sing that. That's a bad juju song. That'll make it to where you have to
read fucking car breakdown! Kind of. It started right back up, though.
Yeah, no, it did.
That was weird. I don't know why I did
And then we had to turn it off. And...
Oh, yep, there it goes. Farley's gone.
I don't know, but I'm not gonna put that evil on Ricky Bobby. Kia said I'm not even huge on Disney and I want to go to Japan Disney. I want to go to fucking Super Nintendo World. That shit looks dope. Oh, did I died?
You did for a moment.
Oh, well, I'm here now. Hello. He's gonna get on the plane and yell in the Peggy Hill Japanese. I must speak to Disneyland.
Yo quiero Mickey Mouse! Sumimasen!
I taught you to say that better. Don't you be like that.
No, but you told me to do it the Peggy Hill way. Sumimasen!
I did not say do it the Peggy Hill way. Kia said, how long are you in Japan for?
I will be going from May 17th to...
It's gonna be like a week, right?
No.
More than
I'm
a week.
going from May 17th to May 30th. That's my flight home is
Chat,
on May
I'm gonna
30th.
be lonely as fuck.
I'm going for 2 weeks.
Chat, I'm gonna be lonely as fuck. Y'all will have to keep me company. I won't be able to stream either, which means you guys will be without stream. Oh, you're gonna go to France on May 12th? That's exciting, Encaps. I hope you have a fun time.
The French. No, I'm kidding. I'd like to clarify my animosity for the French. I have no animosity for, like, the actual French. That just comes directly from going to Ren fairs. I don't know why, but every time you go to a Ren fair, everyone hates the French. I don't know why!
But... yeah. I might have to set up, like, maybe I'll do a group draw or something, so that I can actually partake with chat for a bit. Maybe we do a couple of them.
Yeah.
Or we could do like a group study session on Magma, where I set it up, we can have a drawing board, and I'll be writing down notes for my medical terminology or whatever.
I don't know how you would stream it, but yeah.
I wouldn't stream it, but I'm saying the Magma boards are public, so I could put it in our Discord, and people who wanted to join in would be able to join in.
That's a good idea. Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's fair.
Yo, lore. Why do you have animosity towards the...
Now, is it towards the French, or is it towards, like, French Canadians?
That's true. There is a difference. French Canadians, I kind of get, they're assholes. But
they're asshole hillbillies.
Tend to be. Yeah. But... Or did you just get RKO'd by Spy and TF2 too much?
Sorry.
You're gonna draw manta rays on my notes. That's cute. I'd be okay with that. You know some French Canadians that aren't assholes?
Name 5.
Unfortunately, they tend to have, depending on the area that they come from, they can have some pretty rough reputation. At least here in the U.S. Kyo said, a long time ago I had a YouTube singing J-pop, and they put me on a J-pop hate site. You flooded your comments telling you I was stupid.
Wow!
You should kill yourself? Holy shit! I'm so sorry that happened to you. That's terrible. Bruh.
Singing?
Well, fuck those guys.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No. No, Kobold. That's absolutely understandable, Kyo. Okay, she laughed about it. She didn't get upset at the joke. I'm sorry for Kobold. He says things, and you know, I'm sure he knows what he says, and I just don't think he considers how it sounds.
I do very much know that sounded like an asshole thing to do. I said it.
I know you said it. That's the problem. Sometimes you need to monitor what you say.
Why?
Because
it's funnier.
But
as long as it's not racist and
Kyo
genuinely
he laughed
hurtful,
afterwards, so I knew he was joking. Okay, I get worried sometimes because some people do not take his jokes well, and I don't want him like burning bridges for us. Like,
okay,
there's been too much of that in the VTuber world recently, and I don't want any part of that drama shit. I'm not into any of that. I'm here to have fun and be friends. I'm not here to wreck shop for people.
Like, also, like,
we'll
I want to
burn my bridges and butter my butt.
Fucking, I can't sing for shit.
I can. I like to sing. But you won't let me because we haven't reached the goal.
Exactly. 500 subs.
500. I'm everybody, and then he will let me sing on stream. But too much drama. Yeah, no, there's a lot of shit going on in the VTuber world this month, and there's a lot.
Yeah. Like everybody retiring. Sorry, graduating.
No, not just that. There was also I'll tell you about it later. There's a huge. I mean, granted, you're not really gonna care about any of it because you don't know anybody, but like, there's Hype reached out to me to say, "Oh my god, I can't believe how bad this fucking situation is. I am so glad that we are not in a community like that." It was bad. It was bad, like real bad. Yeah, no, it's not good. It's bad. It's bad. It's very, very bad.
Once I get this started, this should go easier. That's just the problem is once you start with like stupid long thread and it's unfortunate.
If you want to know what the tea is, basically this VTuber named Cinder, she is relatively big, and she's a hellhound VTuber, and she's popular and collabed with people. She had this big thing happen with the person who made her model, where the person who made her model put out a Google Doc the other day talking about how her and her boyfriend, who was also her manager, had constantly badmouthed the people that she would work with, like, constantly, and had the person who made the model cancel their commissions without telling them why it was happening, and tried to have like an exclusivity contract specifically for her so that none of the other people that she works with, that she supposedly was friends with, could get anything from this artist ever again. Had wanted editors to stop working with them, but meanwhile she's just playing the whole facade of being like nice.
Wowzers.
It was really bad, and there was a lot of DMs, and all of these people are now like, oh, so that's why my whole model thing that I had a huge like fundraising event for ended up getting canceled without warning. Or like, oh, cool, so that's why my editor stopped working with me. It was...
We'll be right back, folks. Farley will return momentarily.
Straight up didn't tell anybody that they were together. And they both were just consistently talking shit about these people that she was supposedly friends with, and then proceeded to just say, oh, well, it's just business. And it was just, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. There was a lot of manipulation, a lot of gaslighting, and it was just bad. She burnt bridges with, like, I think there's like 6 different people who were directly affected. And they are big people. Like, yeah, no, it's a whole big thing. It feels like everything's on fire. Yeah, I don't know, but there's
how about them Lakers?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, saying that you guys were friends for 6 years, and then all this comes out that you've constantly been talking shit and removing people's abilities to collab with each other, and stopping people from being able to get art from people that they paid for, and stopping people from getting models because, oh, well, if everybody has a model from you, then it won't be special, so I'm going to be the only person to get a model from you. Which also entirely fucks over that poor artist.
Hold on. No. That's fine. That means that I'm on your payroll. We're writing a contract, and you're paying me at the end of each month.
They didn't want to do a payroll.
Then I'm not exclusive.
Yeah. Yep. It was a whole
Simple
big
as that.
thing, and it was a bunch of bullshit.
You want me to be exclusive? You paying me. You were paying me bank.
I have a good lake, Gran. Lake Titicaca. It's a good one. Oh. He said, well, how about them lakes? Name 17 favorite lakes. Michigan. crater.
The
Those are good ones.
clear.
Ness.
That's a lock. That's not a lake.
Damn. Yeah, that's what I don't get, Blister. And it's like,
Are there even
there was
17
no
lakes?
reason for it. I know Lake Titicaca though, and that one's fun.
Berryessa.
Oh, here we go. Caspian, Baikal, the spookiest lake. Lake Mega Chad. Oh, it's true. Lake Mega Chad is one.
Shut up. That's not a real thing. Is it? Is that a real
I
thing?
can't remember if it's. I think it's just Lake Chad, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Let's find out. I'm searching it up because I.
Is it a mega lake? Is that why they call it Mega Chad? Or is it just for the meme?
Oh, it's just Lake Chad. Still though, I knew exactly which one. Chargo Gagog Manchaug Agog Chow Bunaga Mog.
Are you summoning something?
No, it's a lake.
Ah.
There's gotta be a good
Are
way
you
of
sure?
pronouncing that.
Chad, I'm gonna be 100% real with you. The buttons are gonna take no time at all.
Chabunang Gumagog.
This is gonna take forever and a day. I can't take this to work to sew it. They're too big. I can't like hide them.
You can't just hold pants in the courts. It was Lake Mega Chad, but then it dried up a bit. Now it's only Lake Chad. I'm only 50%, 57% real. The rest of me's imaginary. I got you. Man. Yeah. There is a lot of, like, graduations happening, too. There's a lot of shit going on in the VTuber world, and there's...
So explain to me, right, are they just... Is this kind of like a machinima kind of thing going on, where they're just trying to get out from underneath a company, or...
Some of them, maybe, but
I realize I'm
some of
pulling
them
out
also...
really old fucking shit by calling out machinima, but...
So some of them, I think maybe it is. They're trying to go indie instead of being in a corporation. And then some of them, they just legitimately have to stop streaming for one reason or another, whether it's health reasons, whether it's... Like, I'm pretty sure Mume, one of the HoloLive ones that just recently graduated just the other day, she actually had to stop streaming because of an issue with her throat. She legitimately couldn't stop coughing, and she couldn't sing, and she couldn't talk for long periods of time because of how bad it was, because of her health issue that she has. And so she had to retire because she just can't stream. And she can't sing or do any of the things that the corporation would need. What is happening with you, Seth? You okay? You got sent back to the beginning of the stream. Is your keyboard stuck?
Return to whence you've come! Back to the beginning! Aha!
Oh, okay. That's interesting, though. I wonder why. Blister said, I know one streamer made too much girlfriend content, and then her fans got a bit parasocial, so she graduated and came back as an indie. Yeah. And then you have ones like that who do the girlfriend experience, and then it comes out that they've got a boyfriend, and then all of their rabid parasocial fans are like super aggro against them and force them to retire. That happens too.
Wait, what?
Girlfriend experience is like ASMR, where they pretend to be your girlfriend in like a role-playing sense,
Okay.
as like a scripted ASMR thing, and those people who tend to watch those have a chance to become really parasocial and think that it's like real.
Hold on, wait. And people watch that?
Yes, a lot of people watch that. A lot of people watch that, especially if it's like an attractive girl avatar. A lot of people will watch that.
We've got this angle, except it's not going to be girlfriend. It's going to be that one possibly racist uncle that doesn't say racist shit.
Oh, Kobold.
Hey, you there! Bring me a beer.
Kobold. So those people are why I think ASMR is a sexual thing. Yeah, girlfriend experience is like shockingly popular. There's like ones more popular in the Japanese side, but there are ones where it's like your girlfriend cleans your ears for you.
I don't
and
like
they have
that.
like the binaural microphones where it's it just kind of right in your ear.
Stay the fuck away from my ears. Do not do that ever. Unhinged Uncle Kobold. I'll unhinge my jaw.
Oh no. ASMR works for some people, it doesn't work for others. Some people watch it because they like the tingly feeling that it gives them. Sounds painful.
I mean...
Yeah, you know... Yeah, they have heartbeat and breathing ones, or like you have a girlfriend sleeping in bed next to you, or...
That's
I've seen one
fucking
that was... I saw one... It wasn't related to girlfriend experience, but it was an ASMR where you're in a car ride and they said they'll wake you up when we get home. And it's like a car ride on a rainy night and you're just in the back seat of a car.
That's just white noise.
Yeah.
At that point, that one is just white noise. That's not... Like, is that kind of like those videos? Is that kind of like those videos that you see where they're like a radio from another room or some shit?
Kind of, except with the girlfriend experience ones, it's like them talking directly to you.
Ah.
So they're like, "Hey, Anon, you had a really hard day, didn't you?
My name's not
You've done a
Anon.
very good job. You've done a very good job, and I'm very proud of you." It's like affirmations and shit.
This feels sexual.
Look at a car! Yeah, right? Well, and a lot of the people who listen to it pretty religiously tend to get really parasocial about the creator.
No.
Like they have a connection with the VTuber,
No.
and it becomes really problematic because you don't fucking know that person.
Let me pull the Harrison Ford thing. How much money?
A lot of money. A ridiculous amount of money. Yeah. And people will pay for customs.
How many times a week I gotta do this?
Depends. But, I mean, money is money, dog. I'm pretty sure I could do it. Oh, I loved May's girlfriend gets eaten by a bear ASMR. It was great.
Excuse me? I missed that
I'll have to show you it after. I'll have to show you it after stream. It's funny. But yeah, no, these people get really attached to these VTubers, and they treat it like they're actually like in a relationship with the VTuber, and then the VTuber, who is just a normal person who has a life and if they're found out to have a partner, then all of these fucking rabid fans who have now assumed that they are in a solo relationship with this VTuber at the same time are fucking crazy and will dox and will harass and will send death threats and do all kinds of shit, which is fucking crazy. It's rough.
Wow, all this time and I've gotten an inch.
Think Zergma, but if Zergma was your girlfriend.
No.
Exactly. You don't get it, but some of these guys do. Some of them, they're like, don't be rabbit guys, be bunny. Just see how chill Farley is. Yeah,
That's a good
I
catchphrase.
get
You should keep
feeling
that
like
one.
the creator is your. Be bunny. Don't be a rabbit. Be bunny. Mario participates in Mortal Kombat ASMR and fucking dies. That's a good... Friendly reminder that popular VTubers don't know you and will never know you. Very true. When it's small-scale VTubers, you're more likely to actually get to know them a little bit, but never. You don't know the people you know online unless you're like me and Kobold, where we've known each other for literal years and we have met in person.
In campus, you
We are
believe in the
the
sun?
Yeah, and Campus. Cube Earthers.
Okay,
Listen,
I'm not gonna
golf
lie,
in
cube
Minecraft,
earthers.
It's a cube.
So there are different types of flat. I don't know how we got to flat earthers, but here we are. So there are different types of flat earthers. I love this shit. It fascinates the hell out of me how people can be so stupid. So there are flat earthers that believe it's just completely flat. And then there are flat earthers that think
With
it's
a dome over the
a
top.
dome. So it's not flat. It's actually round, kind of. And then there are flat earthers that think that there's still gravity. So like when you fall off the edge, you just kind of go to the bottom. And it's like,
Well,
what the fuck would be
it's
down
actually
there?
a dodecahedron.
Does that
We
help?
live on a tungsten cube. Oh man, that's a good one, Seth. It's
Now-
not flat, but the globe's so much bigger than NASA tells us. The whole globe is so big that what we know of seems flat.
Now here's a question for
And compass.
you. Do you think that the Minecraft world is flat?
No, it's a cube.
Is it? So at what point do you hit that corner piece and just kind of go?
Well, you don't, because you'd hit the.
Farther
Much
down the
larger than
edge?
regular
Oh.
Earth. Firmament dome. Yeah, exactly, Ancapus. They believe that flat Earth is just a different model or theoretical framework. Yeah. Minecraft world is an oblique spheroid. Super flat worlds are flat. Yeah, that's true.
Are they though?
Yeah, and they're super. You don't notice it because it's likely attached to a mountain, so you'll go up and back down and no big deal. That's funny. Yeah, and the thing that got me, there was a guy who was a flat earther who wanted to disprove,
God, the one
or
that
who
made his
wanted
own
to prove
rocket.
that flat Earth was real. No, not the guy that made his own rocket, but
I
there
think
was a
he's
guy
dead.
who took a fucking who took a fucking boat all the way to Antarctica, walked around in Antarctica, and then came back and saw the 12-hour day, or saw the 24-hour day happen, and he was just like, well, fuck, I
was wrong.
I went myself, and I saw, and it's not flat.
And then all the flat earthers
And then
were like,
everybody's just like,
you've been gotten to.
you've been replaced. You're not real. It's fake.
Replaced by who?
By a government agent, because a naval, or not a Navy thing, but a government scientist crew was just like, yeah, come with us. We'll show you. And, yeah, you've been brainwashed. You're one of the lizard people
literal
now.
live streams from the International Space Station.
Yeah, but it's all just CGI. Yeah, Kobold, it's a government lizard clone, clearly.
It ain't one of us.
Oh my gosh. And Kappa said, oh, by the way, they think post-Newton or post-Galileo, since the science is 100% fake, like gravity is fake. Yeah, they think it's a simulation or something.
Okay, how could gravity be fake? You're on the planet. You're here. You're on the ground.
Yeah, but they don't know what's off of the planet. They don't know if there's even planets.
You're stuck to the Earth. When you throw something up, it comes back down. What do you think that is? Like, in the simplest way.
Well, clearly it's the wind gods throwing it back at us. I could hear your blood pressure spike. If it's a simulation, why does it suck so much? Because we have a 10-year-old... No, we have an edgy 14-year-old running the simulation.
And he's orange.
Oh. Kobold, you gotta be careful.
What? The annoying orange?
Inventing gravity. I want to fly. Being run on God's shit-ass basement computer. Then explain...
Oh, farther cut.
They explain it by buoyancy.
Huh?
Dear edgy 14-year-old, please type in motherload a couple times. Just a couple times for me, please. You know, you Control-Shift-C, make sure. You just gotta type in motherload. It's okay if it's all lowercase. Just do it a couple times for me. It's a reference to Sims, honey. I know you've never played The Sims, so I'm letting you know it's a reference to Sims. They give you 50 grand every time you type in motherload into the cheat box.
It's just gonna make our economy worse.
Well, no, I just won't partake in the economy. I'll just fucking go.
That's not how that works. You can't just not
If I got
partake.
that kind of money, I'm fucking leaving.
Yeah, but that's not how the economy works. You can't just leave.
The economy's a simulation. That one you can't deny.
It's dumb, but you're right.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. It's legitimately, it's man-made. The economy is not some, like, base thing that we as humans have to expect to be true in the world. It's a thing that was made up by a couple of guys who decided that was how it was going to be.
And started making trouble in their neighborhood.
Yeah, started redlining neighborhoods, and it wasn't good. Anyway, yeah, no, I mean, it's legitimately a simulation. What's up, Elliot? You were asking about if Earth's really flat, why are there mountains? Ow! Well, let's say it's tectonic shift. Do you know about tectonic, like, drip, honey?
Is that like the gentleman's drip? It doesn't sound very good.
No, tectonic drip.
Ah.
So it's a theory, it's one of those other theories, where So, like, if you look at a map, you know how all of the big continents all look like they're kind of dripping towards the south, where they taper out near the south, and they're all pointed towards the
Yep,
south.
that sounds about right. The South would have the drip. Anyway.
It's not real. It's just erosion has happened in specific ways that led to things looking the way they do. It's coincidental. But it's like, oh, well, clearly that means there's some kind of gravitational going from north to south on the global side, or on the Earth side. Tectonic drip. It's how the continents look in fly new clothes. Mountains are sticking up, therefore not flat. Counter, you have a nose on your face, and that's, you know, sticking up. I mean, your face is pretty flat. That, and if we lived in a super flat, it'd be boring. So something put the mountains there.
The government.
Two rivers in the south hemisphere flow north.
You believe
Yes,
in
actually.
mountains? You believe in mountains? They're just holograms. They're hiding the UFOs that the lizard people came in. How? I can prove this. Have you ever been to a mountain?
Yeah, the rivers in the southern hemisphere do actually flow north. Fun fact. And also, toilets in Australia spin the opposite way when they flush. Fun facts. The government made dirt. Someone went into creative mode and used mods to spawn in some mountains and a few trees, but no mushroom cows.
Just don't take off your ground tether.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for the drop bears, Ancappus.
They'll fuck you up.
There is...
Everything in Australia wants to kill you.
Interesting. Do you know that there's a spider season in Australia?
Did you know that's the one continent in the world I will never ever go?
It's cool because everything looks like it's Halloween, where everything is covered in webs.
You literally cannot.
And it's like 2-inch
There is
thick
no
webs.
amount of money in the world that would make me go to that country. If you told me, oh, we're accidentally going to Australia as like a layover, I will jump out of the plane. I'm not going to that continent. I'd rather be lost at sea.
But it's a penal colony.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to prison. Sorry.
It's got a funny name.
I'm not going to prison. People that live there, they definitely came from prisoners that could survive there. Because holy shit, I could not.
Yeah, the spider season is cool though. The cobwebs over everything.
But that's, I beg to differ. But okay.
Kobold may get skin cancer the moment he steps into the Aussie sun. He's actually quite dark. It doesn't look so in the camera, but he's when you came
I don't
up
burn.
to hang out with me, we had somebody assume that he was Hispanic, and he is not. He's got mostly Northern European in him.
Norse, German.
He does not.
Irish.
Yeah, it's just the white light that he's got on him. He is actually quite tan.
Trust me, when Farley
Yeah,
is
the camera's
here,
lying.
Farley's skin is like the same color as the table.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll go back to one of the times when I was there and grab a screen cap so people can see. Kangaroos can't hop backwards. This is true. Their tail gets in the way.
Neither can I.
You can't hop.
That doesn't make my statement a lie.
Can you skip Kobold?
Yeah, I do it frequently on Spotify.
Oh, I mean, like, can you actually? Do you know how to skip?
Yes.
Do you really?
Yes. So, as a child, I was
A child.
among
A prince?
a little bean So I was always told in the school, no running in the hall, so I would skip. It's not running, it's not against the rules, and I still got in trouble.
What was the last time I was there when you were working on stuff?
Grimace? I think.
It wasn't William. Was it the face hugger?
No. No, because I finished that before I came down to see you. It was probably a belt stream.
Could be.
We'll go till 9 o'clock.
Might have been around New Year's.
And then I'm going to take a slight break and let my hand rest. Because I am still fatigued from this weekend.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair, honey. You need to eventually do the belts.
Yeah, we still have to come up with the coloring book page for people. Maybe you can do that while while I'm away, and as a punishment for leaving, I will have to do those. I will pay penance. That's possible. I usually wear a glove when I'm sewing. The problem is the leather that I'm using is so flimsy that it doesn't... I can't just... The needle gets stuck, and then I have to take my glove off to get a little bit more of a dexterous grip.
Grippy.
So...
Yeah.
It's not normally this bad. Normally it's not this hard, but I will continue on.
Okay, Kia, what you streaming tonight?
Oh.
Maybe we'll raid into you after it.
Oh.
Could be cool.
And before Kyo does her first leatherworking stream,
No, I don't think so, babes.
and takes all of our content. Is there a reason why I want to hand sew them? Actually, yes. So 2 reasons. One is because I don't have a way I can record this being sewed on a sewing machine. But 2 is because I want this to be, relatively speaking, period accurate, which I have questions that this pattern is actually period accurate, but and by period accurate, so this is for my mountain man getup. So this is for the very I was told it was 1860s. So this would be like 1860s getup, what people would sew out on the mountain, so to speak. So I'm not doing this with quills, but by the 1860s sewing needles existed, so I don't feel that bad. I'm genuinely trying to make this as close to a period accurate costume, outfit, whatever. But that being said, I actually prefer to do things by hand, mostly because I think hand sewing adds in sort of a more personal touch. You can usually add in more finer details and stuff like that. And it kind of gives it that I don't know, kind of a more, when you're done, you look at it, it kind of just, you can step back and look at it and be like, damn, I did that? But also, you know, if I'm doing this, and I'm not the brightest bulb in the pack, anybody could do this. Right? All I'm using is a couple of needles and a hole punch.
I think the owls are back.
You know, I find it rather peaceful. It's something to do to keep the brain bees at bay.
It's true.
I will literally sit and I will sew while we're like watching Columbo or watching whatever on YouTube. Like, it's just something to keep my hands busy. So I don't look at it like a chore. Which, if it was a chore, this would be difficult, right? I wouldn't want to do it. I would hate doing it. I look at this more of like a way to kind of just relax and be creative with my ADHD rather than destructive.
Yeah.
Because if I'm doing this, I can't chew on my hands. So. Well, Blister, I would beg to differ. Your creative outlet is 3D printing at the moment. Have you seen the things that you've printed in the last month?
Yeah, I don't know where my one was.
Kyo, the stream actually helps keep me on track, because if I didn't stream,
Yeah.
I would be like, I only do this on occasions, like when the bees tell me it's okay, and now that I have an obligation to do it, it has become more of a job in a sense, where like my brain is like programmed to, nope, we have to do this, we promised, which works for me. Problem is, it's tearing my hands up.
Yeah. I will say though, you
What?
because he used to work on this stuff with me anyway, regardless of if we were streaming or not. And I wanted to give him something to do where he, where he could keep at it. Because I mean, he was already doing all the leather work anyway, so why not,
Yeah, but not as much as I do now. Streaming has made
No,
me
this is true.
kind of ramp that up.
But I think that's really valuable for you, because you would get into these points where you'd be like, oh, I need to work on stuff, but I don't feel like working on stuff, but
Yep.
I need to work on stuff. And
Yep.
you get into these endless loops of like not knowing what to do. And I feel like giving you this kind of, I guess, regiment of like a consistent schedule is good for you. It's been good for you in a way.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, come on!
Oh no. You gotta leave. grounded from drywall and Home Depot blister? Dang.
There it is.
Good job.
Oh, some of this is not going
I wish I
super
could help you with the stitching. I know it's hard on your hands. I mean, granted, it wouldn't be any easier on mine, but I wish I could help you.
Your hands are too soft. Would not work.
I'm sorry.
You ain't got them carpenter hands that have been abused for 30 years.
No, I have carpal tunnel. It's a very different thing. If John Depot got a restraining order on me, I can't go to Home Depot.
That's okay.
You
Go to his brother,
So,
Greg
Kobold.
Greg Lowe's.
Kobold. I might have to veto the thing that you wanted to do tomorrow. You may need an actual break.
No.
You can say no, but I'm just saying, I don't want you hurting yourself to the point where you're not, like...
I will have plenty of time to be breaking. In May.
at Dudney.
Because I have a promise to keep. I did not set a deadline, but I need to get that finished. I've been talking about it for, well, going on a good 6 months now.
Prior to you even starting streaming, yeah?
Huh?
Or what?
What are you talking about?
You're not talking about the project you wanted to work on?
I'm talking about the bag. What are we talking about?
Yeah, we started talking about it before you started streaming.
Yeah, but I didn't, like, commit until a while in.
I guess.
Like, I can only keep the secret for so long.
Huh?
But I can only keep the
secret.
Listen, I can only keep it a secret for so long before my brain is just like, just tell it. Just,
Oh, actually, we've been streaming for a year.
yeah.
Oh, actually, our anniversary was the other day.
Was it?
Yeah, April 11th of last year.
Oh. Well, damn. Chat didn't get us nothing. Chat
We need
forgot.
to remember. We need to remember. We need to keep that on a list somewhere because anniversaries are important for VTubers.
Listen, I'm on enough lists.
It's true. Man, this college stuff's got me a bit tired. You're at the soup store looking for clothes? Is water wet?
No, but when you pee your pants, it is.
Kobold.
I'm quoting a... So, anatomically, water is not wet. The human body cannot feel wet. They can just feel pressure. And I remember watching a British show where they asked that same question, if water is wet. And the smart lady just goes,
Good one.
the human body can't feel wet. And then the co-host goes, well, when you wet your pants, that feels wet. And she goes, Yeah, it does actually.
Was this by any chance Philomena Kunk?
No.
Damn.
It's some old. I honestly don't. I don't remember it was a meme. It was a short, but I don't remember. I don't remember what it was. I just remember that it was a British lady that said it.
Are you sure it wasn't Kunk? Because that feels like a Kunk thing.
It does feel like a Kunk thing, but it was not. Or, at least I don't think it was. Because it was an older lady.
Also, may I say, her voice sounds like a not good thing. Not her voice, but her name. Her name sounds like a derogatory term.
Eh. Oh.
Perhaps it was British comedy. Yeah, probably.
Except it was like a game show, or not a game show. It was a like a talk show, like a morning show or something.
Back to the medical terminology, we have terms for sweating, which are hydro and sudro, and then we also have hydro, which means water, which is, you know, just a normal
Wet
term that we use anyway.
Hydro.
Yeah.
It's wet.
Hydro. Hydrocephalus is water in the brain. Which is
What kind of
noted.
syphilis?
Hydro.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is that-
literally water in the brain.
Is that one of them STDs?
No. Hydrocephaly can happen at birth, and essentially it's just a fluid buildup in the brain, which compresses the brain to the point where it essentially does not exist anymore.
That's fucked up.
Thank you, Seth.
Kobold,
Yep,
can I use
that is
hydrovortex?
exactly what I meant.
No, I am not a water
Sure.
type.
Oh. You're not a water type?
No.
But you look like you would be.
I think that's racist.
You're blue.
I don't think that's racist.
That's not racist. I don't think he would be a ground dragon. I don't know what kind of kobold you would be. I don't think kobolds have powers. I just think they're just little guys. They're like skeevers in Oblivion. Or not
Excuse
Oblivion,
me?
Skyrim? Skeeves? Scavs? Whatever they're called. You're just a little guy. You're not actually... you sound offended. With those wings? Yeah, absolutely not, E-Black. You just need to work them up. Eventually they'll be toned enough. It'll be okay.
Chicken burrito.
What? Chicken burrito? What?
I'm putting in my shit. I'm putting in my weight loss shit. On my
Oh, okay.
on my
I was
knockoff
like,
fucking Weight Watchers app that I definitely don't.
I'm
wanna
not
pay
gonna
for.
lie, out of nowhere, with us talking about what your powers would be, all of a sudden I heard chicken burrito, and I'm like, that's not a power? I don't... That's... What? It's like, that. I mean, if that... cool, I guess. Hey man, what's your power? Chicken burrito. What?
I mean,
You can
I know
see
what
why
I
I was
said.
confused. A scrimbly little blimbus. Funny you say that, Gran. We made a custom character type in the fucking Oblivion remake. He is a scrimbler.
Scrumbler.
A scrumbler, right. A scrumbler.
Ooh.
Kobold used chicken burrito. You just sit down and eat one.
I just throw a fucking burrito at somebody.
It's so hot! Help! Kobold is a southern dragon. Kobold's a kobold, which is a different
I'm not
thing
really a
than
dragon.
regular dragons. Yeah, it's reptilian in nature, but technically he's not a dragon.
If I were Japanese, I'd be a dog person.
It's true. Kobolds are different in different areas of the world simply because of 2 video games from the 80s that directly separated areas of the world.
But also, the historical thing behind kobolds were, in German nature, were reptilian. Little lizard people. In caves.
Some people thought they were gnomes.
Some people thought they were gnomes. Those people were wrong. Some people thought they were goblins. Kind of close. That one. I'll give you that one. I don't wear a funny hat like a gnome, but
Gnome bold.
chat. Do we have to make a gnome hat? Do we have? What was the gnome from? No, I'm thinking Balloony. I was thinking. I don't know why I thought a Balloony was a gnome for 2 seconds. Am I excited for GTA 6?
There were gnomes in fucking Gravity Falls.
I don't know. I'm worried that GTA 6 is gonna be based on what Rockstar said about how you don't own the games that you buy digitally now. You just rent them. I'm a little worried that it's gonna be an EA nightmare.
Online only.
You know? Oh, I guaranteed
Yeah.
it's not. I don't think it'll be online only, but I'm not expecting much. I'm just worried about
I'm
it.
gonna be real. I don't think Kobold is gonna get it. He hated GTA 5.
I didn't hate the game, like the single player. The problem with Rockstar online games, they're more toxic.
Everybody fucking cheats.
They are more toxic and full of cheaters than Call of Duty lobbies. And Rockstar just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. There'll be a GTA 7 too, don't worry. Yeah. There won't be a Sims 5, however. EA actually killed The Sims. Which, how do you fucking fumble that bag, dog?
Microtransactions.
No, but they straight up said, yeah, we're not doing any more mainline Sim games. And I'm like, why? It's been 14 years.
I need a bit
It
more
was
stamina.
5 years between each of the prior ones.
I'm gonna go get some liquid stamina. I'll be right back.
Okay, babes. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Rockstar is really fucked up. I feel like a lot of the big AAA companies have fucked up a lot with regards to not respecting the people that, like, gave them the popularity in the first place. Like, they wouldn't be anywhere if it weren't for the people that purchased the games in the first place, but it seems like they forget that, and they also forget that the new generation of people who would possibly buy the game could lead them to another successful thing like that. I don't know. It's like, you guys are shooting yourself in the foot by doing that, you know? Yeah, you're right, Blister. Silk Song's community is absolutely insane. But I feel like it's because it had a really good following to begin with, and it was such a beloved game for so many people. Hollow Knight, that is. That I feel like it absolutely just... The fact that it had been so long, and they finally came out with the sequel, it's like... It just felt like the reckoning for a lot of these super fans. Yeah, exactly, you are one of them. And you're absolutely right, Seth. I absolutely feel that way. Map? What you talking about? Map? I heard about a game from one of the people in my midterm class. It was called, like, something 33. And Kobold said that it was messed up, and I don't know. Yeah, Expedition 33. I don't know what he meant by that. No way the community will be satisfied with such a minuscule maplet. Yeah, absolutely. There needs to be a good, like, explorable world.
Okay, what I meant by Expedition 33 is fucked up is the lore. I don't want to give it away. I'm not gonna spoil it if you're planning on getting the game or anybody else.
I was thinking about it.
So yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it. I just know that it's fucked up.
I thought you were saying, "Oh, it's fucked up."
No,
Like,
it's
bad.
No, like it's fucked up. Like,
Excellent.
not like it's a fucked up game. Like it's a fucked up game. You know what I mean? Context.
Hell yeah.
Context sensitive. No one will get that reference, and I'm okay with it.
And there was that one game that you wanted to get that had the Rougarou or something.
Oh, South of Midnight. That's so fucking dope. It's like a Shadow of Colossus meets fucking Dark Souls, but it takes place in the Deep South, and it's all of the, like, cryptids and lore from the Deep South, like Louisiana.
Which you already
Rougarou and
like
shit.
a lot from
And I'm like,
Mafia.
Not just, well, I love the story of the Rougarou from Mafia, but no, I love Southern style fucking, like, cryptids and horror and shit. Like, the stories you get from the swamp are fucking terrifying, and I love that shit. Crab Souls, that's a fun game. Well, fun's a hard, that's a statement. It's a Dark Soul, it's a Souls-like. I say fun in terms of, like, whimsical fun. It's not got, like, the most deep storyline other than, well, it's got a bit of a story. I don't know. I've never played it. I've just seen people play it. But I am down to play it, is what I'm trying to say. I like Souls-like games. Throwing my head at a wall over and over again until I beat an enemy. That's,
Unless it's I Am Bread.
that's my... No, that's just infuriating controls. That's just infuriating controls. If I ever get the opportunity to meet that dev in person, I've got some. I might go to jail. Actually, is what I'm trying to say.
Take care, Seth. You and Tori take care, man.
Good night.
By the way, that face still down.
Okay, I'm putting the glove back on. Save what's left of my
Ouchie time
finger
for
skin.
your hands.
I'm just saving what's left of my finger skin.
It's a good idea. You need that for the
goal
Disneying.
is to get to the middle, the back of the middle, which is
Back of the ass.
here. I'd say I'm about a quarter of the way there. but I'm past the really thick portion of this, so I'm thinking this might get easier. Dunno.
Ascend with Kobold.
Oh, I never strive on Souls-likes to get hitless runs. I'm just happy to, you know, survive. I like Souls-likes. I'm not good at Souls-likes. Let me rephrase that.
I don't feel like you're good with the games that you like.
I still play them.
I know, but I'm saying, like, the games, well, aside from, like, Mafia. Although I wouldn't even say that you're necessarily really good with that.
I just like stabbing
You
people.
really enjoy playing it, you like fucking around with it, but you're not, like, a pro player or anything.
I'm not a pro gamer at all.
Like, you fucking murder everybody with throwing knives, which is cool, but it's not the mission. But I think that's kind of, I mean, if it's a fun thing for you, then that's awesome. I'm not good at The Sims. I don't know how you could really be good at The Sims. Or, like, I'm not good with Mini Motorways, but I still play that. I'm not really all that good with Isaac, but I still play it. I think the fact that it's a challenge makes it interesting to play.
I don't have... Problem with Isaac is I don't ever have the time to devote to playing an Isaac run. Like, it's minimum of, like, 30 to 40 minutes, yeah. Depending on how quickly you run through it, right?
Hour 30 if you're trying to full.
I love Isaac, but, like, I just don't have the time to play it. To get good.
You prefer to watch it to play it.
Yeah, because I can do other things while I'm watching it. That's the problem, is because, like, my crafting takes over, like, 9 times out of 10. And sitting and watching videos, like, I'll be doing something else.
Hitless thing isn't required unless you want a cool looking statue. That's fair. Let's just said Isaac is too wet for me. I get it. Yeah, I can see that. It's too slushy. Funnily enough, I've actually been using Isaac to train up my medical terms.
I mean, there are a lot of good medical terms in Isaac.
Like hematemesis is throwing up blood, and when you throw up blood in the game, it causes your hearts to fall out of your body.
That's not scientifically accurate.
The sun is white, right? Sun is... if you're talking about, like, the actual sun.
The sun is a ball of gas.
It's true, it's many different colors.
Has no color.
Oh, you're talking about in Hollow Knight, got it. The sun is a moth. How can I use Hollow Knight to learn about manta rays? Maybe there will be an undersea area in Silksong, and then you'll find a manta ray character in there. I don't know. I doubt it, but I mean, it'd be cool. Specifically for you.
That's
and
a bug.
nobody else. It's a bug. It's a rock.
I love that
Glass.
parrot. I would like to meet that parrot someday. I would like that
Maybe
parrot to,
someday.
I'd like for that parrot to outlive me.
Apollo. That's appalled. Our sun is white, it's not colorless. No, I said it has many colors, all depending on what kinds of gases are within it, or what kinds of gases are being expelled at the time. I like the idea of having a bird, the concept of having a bird, but I feel like the noise would be too much for me. Especially if Kobold was around it, because he'd go, and then the bird would go, and I'd be like...
I want you to know that every time you tried to make a noise, your microphone cut you out. So it was just silence.
Beautiful. Excellent. I don't know why. Basically, your bird shriek that you did when you were, like, gambling and you had finally gambled your last gamble. That sound. The ah!
Ah!
Yeah, exactly. Except you just went
He's
like a parrot. And it was
he's a
cute.
wolf in sheep's clothing. Ah! That's an old meme.
Depending on the type of bird, there's a lot of time where my bird's pretty quiet. Is it like a parakeet or a lovebird?
I love okay. Cockatoo? No. Never again. Blue and gold macaw. Absolutely. My dad had one when I was growing up.
I feel like macaws would be loud, though.
They're not if you give them attention.
Oh.
My dad had
Oh, you're asking about a poll about YouTube. There's a poll that just showed up thanks to YouTube. The options are yellow, green, blue, and white. Yeah, use white. Well, yellow. You could do yellow for the sun. Oh, right, you have a starling. He loves singing singing to music in movies. Lots of attention and free flight time to keep them happy. Interesting.
and they don't pull their feathers out if you keep them attention.
If you keep them attention?
Mm-hmm. Keep them attentioned.
I like you. You're cute. You know, you get insulted every time I say I like how your brain works, and I just don't get it. Why are you mad? I'm complimenting you. Because I think you're cute, and I like how your brain works.
Why are you fighting me?
Fuck you.
Oh my gods, go in the hole, tiger!
I have a migraine all of a sudden. That's not very fun.
Oh.
I was wondering why it was hard to see my mini motorways. Ouch.
You been to space?
Ow. Lester said, who should I try beating? Strong dude, really annoying dudes, sibling bug that I thought was a frog, the poop man, a bunch of dudes, really annoying dude that I hate, 2 dudes, artist, fly, or the sun. The poop man. I know Kobold would say the poop man.
I am the
frog.
great mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you.
Yeah, it was either going to be Poop Man or the bug that you thought was a frog. I know him. One of his attacks is pooping on you? That's crazy.
Somebody on that div team really liked Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Probably. His statue is him throwing crap? That's great. Well, see, colorless is transparent, but the lack of color is, well, it could be white or black depending on if you're going by additive or subtractive light.
Huh?
It's just, you wouldn't understand. Kobold.
Huh?
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You
Listen,
don't
I
need to
can't
know
even
it's
see the
okay.
full spectrum.
I know. You've only just recently found that out, too. And that was very upsetting for you. So, counting something as colorless could be either it's absorbed all of the visible wavelengths of light and it can be white because that's the only thing that reflects back because it's a combination, or it bounces back all light and comes off as white because of that combination, or it absorbs all the light and it appears black because no other light bounces back. That's the difference between additive and subtractive. Colorless could be transparent, but technically everything has some kind of color to it. Like mirrors are actually green. Or for the most part they are green. There can be differences, but majority green. Glass tends to have more of a blue hue as a reflective tone from it. Because
Depends on the
only
glass.
color that bounces off of them. Depends on the glass, very true. That's why I said most. If it absorbs all light, then isn't it black?
Depends
Not
on the mineral.
necessarily. It depends,
Silica glass is blue.
but it depends on how the light is bouncing. If it absorbs all light and nothing bounces back, then it is black. If it absorbs all light and bounces everything back, then it tends to be white.
Science!
It's why reflective things tend to be white. Like the reflectors that you get on like high-vis vests, the reflective part is the white part because it bounces back as much light as possible. So it all depends on the refractory rate of the thing. Yeah, science. Did you know that scientists helped us to visualize a color that we literally cannot see?
Science. Is it a shade of red?
No.
I think it's a shade of red.
I can show you the
You can't-
simulated color we can't see.
Alright. Wouldn't it be funny if I could see the color, but I can't see fucking reds? Let me test out my dolphin brain. Let me see if I can see it. I'm gonna freak out if I can see it.
What is a scientific thing?
Am I
Is it
color
color
blinded?
Specifically,
No. Not, at least not diagnosed, but I did find out that certain shades of red I can no longer see. I don't know if I'm going colorblind, or if I'm losing the ability to see certain vibrances because of the sun.
so it's the center color. Is a rough match of what it is, but it's like a super vibrant teal. It's called Olo.
Brother, that's just my color.
Yeah, basically.
The fuck?
Here, I'll put it in screen
That's
related
just
so
me.
you can see the color.
Wait. Wait. Are you fucking with me?
That's the closest. However, the actual color is a lot more saturated than that. That was just what could be viewed of it, or as close as it could be to it. Kobold. I hate to say it, but well, not your current design, not your PNGTuber design.
My
your
OG
base
design
is basically that color. Oh, I see. So this is the closest actual like visualization of it without having to get your eyes lasered. I wonder if that blue-green is what people see when a nuclear event happens. You know what I mean? How they say there's this like wildly blue light that happens during a nuclear fission? Like with the
that's a different color.
The devil core.
Demon core.
You think so? Demon core, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
It's more of a white
Blister
blue.
says it's Miku colored.
It is Miku colored.
Beautiful.
It's funny that I
Kobold
made
is
my
red blind, that's why he can't eat red meat.
Oh, that's funny. I like that. That's funny, and I like that. What? You get a golf clap for that one.
Good job, Blister. You get a clap from him. You know, you could say it's quite the kobold color. I'll see myself out.
How did they synthesize that color?
So they reopen the thing. Okay, so they synthesized it. They used precise laser setup to stimulate the retinas of 5 participants, making them the first humans to see a color beyond their visual range. So essentially they shot lasers into the subject's eyes so that they could see colors that we can't see.
That's not going to cause anybody any medical issues in the future.
They essentially were able to see into the full color spectrum, including colors that we can't see.
Yeah, I've heard you can do that if you take shrooms, too.
It was... this is not a consumer-oriented device. This was basic visual setup in a neuroscience project. Using the laser, they delivered light only to the M cells. M-cone cells. Oh, there's no light in the world that can activate only M-cone cells.
The cells.
Well, we have M, S, and L cones, which are the cones of the eye. Oh no.
Are they calling it that because Megamind says Olo?
I don't know, but it's funny.
And it's kind of Megamind colored?
Oh. The guy who discovered it and who was running the thing was also one of the participants.
Well, yeah, he wanted to see it.
Lab. He said he entered a darkened lab, sat at a table. There were lasers, mirrors, deformable mirrors, modulators, light detectors. He had to bite down hard on a bar to keep his head and eyes completely still. A laser shone into his retina, and he perceived a tiny square of light, roughly the size of a thumbnail viewed at an arm's distance. Pretty small. In that square, he glimpsed the Emerald City, a color researchers have named Olo. He said it is a blue-green with unprecedented saturation. The perception of the human brain conjured up in response to the signal had never before received from the eye. The closest thing to Olo that can be displayed on a computer screen is teal, where the color represented hexadecimal #00FFCC. He said, basically, he just made it based on exactly what he saw, or as close to it as he could get. But he said the real thing is much more saturated. And Kappa said, I can imagine them even without the shrooms.
That's fair.
McCone sells for a limited time at McDonald's. You think you have art block, but for beating Hollow Knight bosses. Well, it sounds like you might just need a break, Blister.
No.
Also, just so you know, because I don't think you saw earlier, Kyo is going to be streaming Pokemon Fire
I did.
Red.
Oh, Fire Red. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I like Fire Red. The remake OG.
Yeah. The visible light spectrum is interesting. There are many types of red and violet that we cannot see, that our brains just can't comprehend. Our eyes are not built to comprehend because we lack the cones for them. For Kobold, that's everywhere.
No, I can see reds. I can see darker reds.
But if there is multiple reds next to each other, you get a fucking
It's
migraine.
all one color red, and then I get a migraine. I'm gonna be so real.
Why.
I thought there was just one color red.
There was not.
But
There's
like I can
7
tell,
colors.
like if you put them far enough apart with like a spacer color, I can tell you which one's lighter. But if you put them all next to each other,
If it has a spacer.
no. What I'm saying is like if you put like, for example, right? I'm gonna use this green plate, right? That versus the top of that can, I can tell that this is lighter. But if I were to put these together without that, it's the same exact color
For you?
for me.
Oh, interesting.
But I can
Those
tell
are
they're
very
different.
reds.
But I can tell they're different if I put some other color as a background, or I put some other color like in between. Like if I put them together, same color. But with something in between, I can tell they're different colors.
Oh,
I don't know
true.
why that
Does
is.
that help for what Blister posted?
Yes, the one on the left is like an orange red.
Good. But yeah, no, some animals can see ultraviolet. Some animals also just have a
Dolphins.
default color blindness. So I believe dogs are able to see mostly in sepia. Cats have special
No, I thought
blindness
dogs
to
could see
specific
blues.
colors. I think so. You can look it up and see the different cone wavelengths that different animals can see. They have them online. There are full spectrum cameras that we can use, which actually give us
Blister,
the
I
ultraviolet
I
in a way that we
suffer
can see
in
it.
Isaac anytime I have to go to the womb. It's all
Yeah,
red.
you literally can't tell where the rocks are.
I can't tell where the rocks are. I can't tell where the creep is. It's all just red. It's just fucking stupid, and I
That's
hate
how
it.
I figured out that he was fucking colorblind for red, because he could not see where the marked rocks are, and when I show him the marked rocks, he's just like, there's something there? I wonder if I can show them the marked rock and you can tell me if you can see it. here we go.
I'm like a circus clown.
Well, no, I'm gonna send them it to see if they can tell which one is the marked rock.
Everybody look at the
marked
cripple.
rock
He
will have
can't
an
see
X on
colors.
It's not that you're a cripple. I'm just trying to show them the fact that you see different.
I understand, Farley. I get it. You're calling me touched. I get it.
Okay, so can you see that? Can you see the marked rock?
Are you mixing them up? So that, like, I can't just be like,
No.
oh yeah, it's the one on the... Oh, God. You're asking
I
me
just
to
sent
pick?
one image. Which one of those has the X on it?
You're fucking with me, right?
No. One of those rocks has an X on it.
Oh, fuck. Wait, hold on. My eye is starting to twitch. I don't know. I don't...
So it's the right rock.
Why?
The right rock on the bottom right side. There is an X.
There is nothing there. They both look identical. What do you mean there's an X?
There's an X.
I'm like fucking...
Oh, that's a good
Chat, look how
picture.
fucking zoomed in I am. I can't see it.
I think you're just saturation.
No,
blind
I can't. I literally
for
can't see it.
reds. Blister wants to know, can you tell what is going on in this image? Yeah, Blister, you can see it, right? He cannot. I feel like the one that Blister is showing you'll be able to see in a moment. If I can get it to fucking copy the image, Discord, come on. The fuck's your problem? I'll just use screen snipe. How about that? Fuck you. I feel like this is less bad, because this isn't like a pure red.
Yeah, those are like pinks.
Yeah, you can see those. But when it comes to the Isaac, like, saturated
The
red,
fire-
you can't see fucking anything.
The fire above the creature on the right, though, other than the white portions, that's all the same color.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. You're okay.
Yeah, I can
it's
see
just
that.
the reds.
Those are like pinks.
Yeah, the reds specifically you cannot see. I think you'd be okay with that. I think you'd be okay with that part of Hollow Knight. He's not okay with that part of Binding of Isaac.
Of
He
Schmeischick.
freaks out. And I have to tell him, like, yeah, really have to look for this part. It's the hardest boss in the game. Well, yeah, gameplay-wise I can get it, but visual-wise he can at least tell the difference between things. I think that's the main portion of it, is he cannot see the X in that.
Legitimately,
red
I
rock
cannot
on the
see
right.
the X. It's not me doing a bit. That's legit. I cannot see it.
Yeah, if there's different hues or values of red, he legitimately cannot see it. You can tell kind of what
It's
red is.
red! I can see that it's red, but I'm gonna be so honest. Looking at that picture for her,
Maybe
I
that
can.
hurt a little.
It's all the same color. I can tell the floor is a different color, but the floor and the rocks
The
are
floor is
identically
the same color as the mid-tone of the rock.
Okay, the rock and the floor completely are the same color. And it's the same color as, like, the middle all the way up to the top of the wall. The bottom of the wall is closer to black.
It's a
That's
brown.
all the same color.
Wow. Fascinating. Yeah. Exactly. Just because we can't see them doesn't mean they don't exist. And that's why it's called ultraviolet, because we can see violet, but then past that we don't see the wavelength of light anymore. I do wish that we could speak to animals about what they see to figure out, like, what kinds of colors they perceive. But, like, insects especially, they see the world
I don't want to
entirely
ask
different from
animals
us.
about colors. I just want to hear what ducks say in the park. I'm just imagining it's like the Rick and Morty. Fuck you! Fuck
Bread.
you! Fuck you!
Bread.
It's my bread! Fuck you!
Bread. Bread. They just say bread. God damn it. All my videos just started playing at once. Stop it.
Stoppen.
Halten Sie.
Nein. Ich kann nicht helfen Sie.
Ah, and Kappas wants to know what you think about higher spatial dimensions.
Listen. I know far too much about 4D creatures. I was incredibly drunk at a furry convention with like a 3-day hangover, and I had to listen to a nerd at a party while I was like nursing a hangover on a whiskey sour tell me while he's designing a train simulator about fourth dimensional vor. I know too much
He's
about
never
that
been
shit.
the same.
I don't even know. I can't even repeat what I know. You know, it's not like it's bad. It's just that, like,
It's above your pay grade.
I hate that I know it now. You know, like.
Yeah. Forbidden knowledge. Take care, Kyo. Thank you. We hope that you have a good one. We hope to see you around some.
Keep in mind, I was dressed like a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
I was drunk and I was dressed in scout trooper armor. And I was just like, what the fuck, man? That's some
You're like, I don't want to hear about this.
that's some fucked up shit. Any excuse to wear that armor and I use it. I have to repair it. Maybe we'll do a stream of, like, repairing my armor.
Okay.
No, I don't know, Blister. I don't know. I was too fucked up to even consider that other people could be fucked up. I don't remember them drinking anything, though. To explain... God, I hope Mama Bold's not listening, because I'm... Anyway, so... To explain why I had a 2-day hangover. The convention started on Friday. I had to work, so I didn't get there until Friday night after work. And I walked into into the room that I was crashing in, and my friends were clowning on me because I was behind. Oh, we've already been drinking all day. How come? And I said, okay. So, I had brought a brand new bottle of Jim Beam, like the gallon from Costco.
The handle.
Yeah, it was a handle. Because I wanted to bring liquors for the room, just in case we had people in and they were like, oh, you have that's just what you do at furry parties. You just drink. That's all you do. They're not, I mean, it's just an excuse to get fucked up. I don't know why you would go do a furry convention for any other reason. I'm used to just partying. Like it's American Pie. Anyway, so what the hell was that?
Something knocked.
I think my plumbing just exploded.
Oh, are you okay?
I might get flooded out here in a moment. Ma? We might have a problem.
Turn off the water. You might want to mute, honey, just in case.
Never mind, it stopped. Oh. Oh God, you're in the bathroom? Great. That's bad.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he will. Hopefully it doesn't flood. It sounded bad. Can you drain it slowly? Try and drain it slowly. Like a little bit at a time. Well, you have to drain it. You might as well go for it. It's just gonna back up into the shower.
Uh-oh.
I might need a plumber.
Like ASAP?
Not tonight. It's not flooding just yet. I apologize.
This is
Anyway.
a repeated issue, unfortunately.
Yeah, we have bad plumbing. Anyway, back to the story. So, I showed up late with a handle of Jim Beam. Friends are clowning on me, and I said, okay. So, I cracked open this brand new bottle of Jim Beam, and I fucking, like, sumo posed, and, like, I slugged it back and just downed half of a gallon of Jim Beam.
Don't do this.
Oh. And then I slammed it down on the table, and I went, alright, are we caught up now? And all of my friends were just fucking staring at me like, holy shit. That's fucking badass. It's not badass. That was the first mistake I made that night. Following through, that was not the only drink I had that night. We immediately left from the room and went down to the con floor and got shots. And then we went from room party to room party, drinking just whatever people would give me.
Take your time, Blister.
I didn't black out, but I wish I did. I had a horrible hangover. I got to the last room party. I don't really rightly remember how I got back to the room that I was staying in, but
You skoomed.
I skimmed it a little bit. Time travel. But I remember going into the last room party, and I'm sitting there, and the friend that I went with that had been nursing drinks all night, not like shooting them like us. I looked at him and I was like, "Hey, bud, can you help me over to the bathroom? I don't think I can stand up straight." And he goes, "Well, I think somebody's in there." And I'm like, "No, you don't understand.
I gotta go.
I have to go, like, right now." And he's like, "Oh." So he took me in there, and there was already somebody yakking in the toilet. So I hobbled in, right next to the guy. I kind of leaned a little bit, and I tapped on his shoulder, and he looked up from the puke-filled toilet and just goes, "Huh?" I'm like, "Do you mind if we share?" And he's like, "No,
Spot taken?
go right ahead." And I slumped down on the floor and immediately just
Yeah, this is what not to do, Chad.
And then I was talking to the guy. Hold on, wait. This is the crazy thing. And I was like, "Man, this was a fun room party." And he's like, "Thank you." I'm like, "Huh?" "Yeah, this is my room."
Oh,
Again, I don't know how I got back to my room, and I have no recollection of what that person looks like.
So you did black out a little.
I have no idea who that was. I mean, I remember. I remember he was an Asian guy who was maybe a few years younger than me, but that's about all I remember.
Was that the same time you broke a toilet? No.
No, that was not the same time I broke a toilet.
Different convention.
I do this many times. I don't have a problem. I just go way too hard at conventions. Because it's all free!
It's been years since he's been to one.
But I tell you what, I'd do it again. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. If I didn't have to work and I had money. Conventions are too expensive now.
And they changed over the schedules, so they're not
Right.
the same easy
Right.
time anymore.
Right. I mean, okay, so... Blister, I grew up in the era where college kids fucking partied, okay? That's not a thing anymore.
It's the difference between Gen Z and millennials. Millennials drink.
I would
A
argue
lot of
that
Gen
I
Z
still
kids-
didn't grow up I grew up like basically Gen X. So
But basically, people Gen Z and younger have been like notably less into drinking and smoking and things like that. I mean, vaping unfortunately was something that came back, but it's a very different like generational gap between that.
yeah.
He grew up in the woo-woo, let's party, get fucked up every day, and...
Yes, I did, and I'll do it again. At my own detriment.
Say, I don't think you can go...
Did I just skip a hole? No, it's just kind of like a weird... Did I skip a hole? No. Maybe? No. It's weird.
Good spot?
Yeah, it's just kind of weird thingy going on here. I don't know that I could either, but I'm definitely willing to, the mind is willing, but the body may not be. So,
I don't think you can go as hard anymore.
I'm certainly going to try. But I definitely was affected a lot more on that. I was just, the whole time, I had this horrid hangover, and I was just like, okay. I'm just gonna keep, like, I would wake up in the morning with the bad hangover, and I'd be like, I'm not gonna drink today. I'm gonna go get something. Some eggs.
You'd text me and be like, I'm not gonna drink, and then you'd come back and be like, hey, so about that.
Yeah, that did happen. Listen, again, it's free, but I was just like, I had just the worst hangover, and I was just like, I mean, this could be a tomorrow problem.
That's called chasing the dragon, and you don't want to do that.
Unless you do. You've never had a hangover? Let me tell you, you're gonna want to keep it that way. It ain't fun. I had a 3-day hangover at a convention. I would.
You might just be genetically less
So
predisposed to getting hangovers than Grant.
So interestingly, story. Mama Bold can't puke. I can, thankfully, but Mama Bold can't puke. So when I was a little kid, we had a big family party. We used to have a swimming pool, one of those Walmart cheapo above ground pools with all the ones that are like PVC pipes holding it together. And I don't know, like, I wasn't paying attention really. As a little kid, I was just enjoying, like, it was like, if I remember correctly, it was 4th of July, and we were swimming in the pool with, like, all the family members or whatever. And one of my well, I used to call him Uncle, but he was technically first cousins. It's one of those weird situations where your cousin's about the age of what an uncle would be. This again falls in line with, like, I should have been like a Gen X, because he was 40 and I was like 12. You know what I mean? A weird situation. But he kept bringing everybody shots. Not me, not a child, right? I didn't drink it when I was 12. I can gladly say that I didn't do that. 15 is a different story. Anyway, so I don't know how many drinks my Mama Bold had, but she was fucked up. Fucked up so much to the fact that my fully clothed adult cousins had to get into the swimming pool and carry her out of the swimming pool. And then the female cousins had to help her into pajamas. And I remember my mom telling me that she really had to pee. And she never did. So I don't know where the pee went. And I'm not gonna question it. So and I'm doing my best to remember, because this was a very, very long time ago. But it was 4th of July, so I live in a county where fireworks are illegal. And we had purchased Safe and Sane sparklers from a different county, which are still illegal, but usually they're kind of like, if the cops roll up, they just tell you, just put them out. Mama Bold was very drunk, and Mama Bold didn't want to put the sparkler out when the police showed up. She took this sparkler and started talking to the cop, and keep sitting down on the porch. And the cop goes, "You need to put that out, ma'am." And the cop was standing about like right in front of her, and she takes the sparkler and puts it directly in his face and goes, "No!" She didn't go to jail. We all took the things away from her and dragged her in the house and had to play, "We're really sorry. She's really, really drunk. We're really, really sorry. Please don't arrest her. We're in our own house."
That's crazy.
So, hold on. So, she was drunk, hungover, in bed, asleep. Well, not asleep, but out of it. For, no joke, 3 days. I never saw her get up out of bed. I never saw her do anything for 3 whole days. And then on the 4th day, she just kind of gets up and comes out, holding her head, just goes, "What the fuck happened?"
Now that's time travel.
So she can't puke. So much so that she can puke, just not for alcohol. Another time, she had been drinking red wine, a lot of it, and she was drunk, but not The plumbing is making noises again.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna ignore it. So she was drunk, but she wasn't stupid drunk, to that point. And we, a friend of mine, went and got sushi, and she asked for us to bring back some tempura, because she likes tempura and fried shrimp. So she ended up throwing up that night but none of the wine came out. Only the shrimp. She threw up and only 3 little shrimp came out, and she just goes, "What the fuck?"
Were they chewed?
Yeah, but like, I mean, not enough clearly that she could see what the fuck it was. But yes, they were.
That's crazy.
I mean, she just doesn't throw up. That's a fucking superpower. I mean, maybe not a good one, but it is a superpower. Okay, what am I to do with this? Is this the last? Yes. Yes, it is.
That plumbing really is going.
Yep.
Grant said OMG red wine. Same, Mama Bold. Kobold is also.
I'm also a red wine drinker, yes. Whiskey and wine.
Okay.
Are my hands okay? What do you mean?
One of your hands looks really pale in comparison to the other.
Okay.
It's not the toilets, it's both, it's the bathtub connected to this shower here. So it's the pipe running from the bathtub to the shower.
That's not good.
There it goes down the drains, that's why I only put that little basket in there. Maybe I can only say.
Drano for the win. I said Drano for the win. Not sponsored. Unless you want to. Please, Drano. We have bad plumbing. Can we get sponsored by Drano, please? Or, I don't know, Roto-Rooters maybe? I don't know.
Hi Zila, how you doing, man?
What's up, Zila? The pants, they're
How you
still
holding
yellow.
up? I don't know how you feel about Gura, but how you holding up there, bro? You see that Marine launched a new song?
Ugh.
At least that's
You
some
just,
solid
Zila,
play.
you just missed all the drunk stories.
It's true, you did miss the drunk stories.
Like, all of the drunk stories. Also, my plumbing. My plumbing is, having issues. Again.
Yeah, it really is. Your phone was dead? Aw. Well, welcome back to the world we live in, bro. Been on VOD duty. Aw. How you doing, though, bro? You having a good day? Hanging in there?
Okay. I actually got pretty decently far. And, yeah, my hands are fucked up far. This is a lot of
I was
sewing.
gonna say, do you want to end early tonight, then? Because you need
No.
breaks.
No. I don't want to end early. I'm gonna go, maybe a little bit, maybe not till 11:30.
Can we maybe stop it at 11, then?
That's what I'm thinking. 10:30, 11.
Okay.
Probably 11.
10:30. I'm just saying, I got a
'Cause it's-
headache and I'm starting to feel like I'm fading.
Oh, maybe we should do 10:30, 10:45-ish. Yeah?
Okay.
Cut the
Yeah, I
difference.
think
We
we
say
can do
10:45.
I think I could do that. My brain's extra worked because I've been studying up, but yeah, no, it's... There's a VTubers, but it's like the SpongeBob meme where all the little SpongeBobs are losing their shit. Yeah, absolutely. It's been fucking nuts this week. This month. This year. It's been bad. I thought Niji last year was a fucking huge problem, but this is like crazy.
Well, Chad, I can reliably say that I don't work for the corpos, so I'm not going anywhere for a long time.
Yeah.
Unless I can die.
Yeah, Gur's last karaoke was tonight. I guess they're doing a Hololive relay with all the Myth girls tomorrow. Yeah, it's the indies too, it's true. Some of the indies are having issues too. Like the whole Cinder thing, they're all indies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Kobold isn't dying is what he's saying. He's staying here until he dies. Like, actually.
I mean, honestly, once I retire from the government, I might do a face reveal. Who knows?
Ooh.
Chat, that's gonna be at least 20 years from now, so don't get your fucking hopes up.
Aw, old man Kobold.
I'm gonna look like that fucking that Instagram filter, the old man filter.
You're gonna look like a mountain man. Yeah, did you get a chance to listen to Marine's new song? It's kind of fucking crazy. Not you. Talking to Zila.
Okay, alright, that's fine. I don't want to be part of the conversation anyway. Fuck you guys.
You wouldn't understand Marine.
Who,
She's... no. She's great. If you're a Kobold fan in 2025, it's true. Yeah. Just having a good time.
Dude, can you imagine? Fuck, I'm sorry. Could you imagine fucking 20 years from now? 20 years of streaming.
Kobold fan in the big 55.
God, is it really gonna be 55? Fuck, that's 30 years. I'm gonna be 60.
Yeah. I know. You're still gonna be hot, but that's beside the point.
61, actually.
Yeah.
I hope that I get that, like, Johnny Cash really fucking, like, raspy-ass voice.
But if you keep screaming the way you do, you probably will.
I hope so.
I don't know.
Aspire to have a really raspy old man voice.
You're not gonna have the smoker voice though, because you don't smoke.
I don't smoke
17
anymore.
packs a day. We don't make that much money.
Well, I just don't smoke anymore. I could grow my own fucking tobacco if I wanted to.
We ain't got that kind of money though.
Old head. To be fair, boy, I'm already an old head. That's not.
According to the furries, he's a gray muzzle.
Don't call me that.
I don't think you are. I think 40 is the start of gray muzzle.
No. It's just when the next generation comes in, you're automatically one. That's just how it works.
Ah, yes. Twink death. Man. I'm trying to sit forward so I don't get tired, but my head to hurt me.
You gotta hold together for 30 more minutes.
I know, I'll try my best. If you hear me snore, I apologize.
Okay.
I didn't used to have this problem.
No, now you actually have to utilize that big brain of yours.
And I walk around the school, like, my second class is up 3 stories, and then I have to go all the way down, and then I have to walk, like, 5 minutes to the next building. So, I'm taking the stairs, walking around, doing stuff, got my brain working. Welcome back, Gran. Wrote a recipe for a couple friends, ooh.
What kind of recipe?
You know, I had a thing this
The
weekend
recipe?
where I did like a delayed egg hunt for my kiddos, and somebody had made a sourdough cinnamon sugar focaccia. It was like cinnamon rolls, but it was just with focaccia and then dotted butter and cinnamon and sugar all over the top. It's pretty fucking good. I would highly recommend. I don't even like sourdough, but it was plenty sour. I think you
I
would
love
like it.
sourdough. I don't know how you can't like sourdough. It's like the best bread.
I just don't like the sour.
That's the whole point of it!
It reminds me of, like, bad milk.
It does not.
To me, it does. That's why
Then
it's
you
called
haven't-
sour milk.
Then you haven't actually had bad milk then. If sourdough bread reminds you of sour milk, you haven't actually had sour milk.
I've opened it, and it reminds me of the smell of it.
Nothing can prepare you for the taste of chunky milk. Many times! Many
You ever
times!
gotten one of those little bottles of, like, the little plastic bottles of milk?
The gloopy ones? Yes.
Yeah. Why is there always something in the bottom of them?
Because it's mostly chemicals.
It's mostly powdered milk?
I think so. Couldn't be any worse than that milk that you don't have to refrigerate and lasts for 20 years. That Mama Bold...
It doesn't taste that bad, it just tastes like evaporated milk.
Mama Bold was into that for a good month and a half. They come in juice boxes.
Oh,
And they're not good.
I love that fucking...
If it's a dairy product that does not require you to refrigerate it, don't consume it. I don't know what that shit's made out of. That's coming from the Kobold that tells you to smelt and fucking consume cobalt. Don't consume that.
Exactly, Grant. It's the lactic acid. It's like with how the way I taste whiskey, I don't really get too many of the notes. I tend to just taste like the ethanol and the sugar.
So that's because you haven't had enough of it. So, like wine, right? And you're the same way with wine. You don't really get the tannins because you don't have a palate for it yet. You haven't grown that palate. That requires time. Whiskey tends to have a lot of flavor to it, and you can get a lot of the notes by putting water or ice in it, because it'll neutralize the ethanol taste. But you obviously aren't going to put an ice cube in wine. You can. I've done it. I've been there. But I don't recommend it. But
Zila with the, yeah, just drink more.
no, but seriously, you don't have to drink to excess. But if you do drink more, you're going to get that palate. And things like whiskey, things like tequila, things like gin become tasty, very palatable, and you get different flavors for different...
I mean, I do like gin.
I will only drink certain gins, just like I nowadays will only drink certain whiskeys. Like, it'll get to the point where... And Jim Beam is my bottom shelf, like, okay, I'll drink that. Wild Turkey, always gonna have a place in my heart, because that was a whiskey my dad drank. It's ass, but I will drink it, because it reminds me of home.
Yo, Zila, you can't take a bump of protein powder, dog. That's not how that works.
Why not?
It's bad for your lungs. It gets past the epiglottal fold and it gets into your alveoli. Your alveolar sacs. And then it causes you to get fucking pneumonia.
Yeah, I'm with Zila. Nuh-uh. I don't have
Say no
sacs.
all you want, dog. Zila said, I use frozen berries to chill my wine sometimes.
I use... Hot take, I use
Kobold
whiskey
doesn't
stones.
like fruit.
I use whiskey stones. No, I like fruit, just not in
You
dessert.
don't like fruit.
I like fruit, just not in dessert. I like fruit on its
Never
own.
eaten a fruit in front of me.
Really?
Yes.
Nuh-uh. I had that fucking that cutie when I was making us old fashions.
Yeah, but you had me eat over half of it because
I
you
was
just wanted
sharing.
the rind.
I was sharing. Did you not want
We
half
had
of
a
the?
whole bag of them.
Okay. Maybe I didn't want the whole fruit. I did eat it though.
And for the purpose of this, avocado does not count, and tomato do not count.
Okay.
I'm talking about like fruit.
Both of those are fruits, and you're a liar.
You know what fruits I mean.
I eat avocado like
Banana.
it's. I eat avocado like it's fucking life food. Okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm
eat.
talking about like citrus fruits or like actual regular fruits
I eat lemons.
that aren't just technically fruits. No, you have lemon in things.
I've eaten a whole lemon before.
Aw, Gran doesn't like avocados.
Really?
Gran also
See,
said
but the
any
question
frozen
is, have
hot
you-
dogs to chill my
okay,
drink
hold
so I
on.
can have a little snack at the end.
No. Okay, what? Hold on. Gran, you're doing it wrong. You have to bore out a hole in the middle of the hot dog and use it like a straw. Anyway,
Specifically with Jaeger.
hell yeah. But no.
Especially if it's a smoker's lung. That'd be great.
with mayonnaise.
A little bit of mayo through there.
Are you trying to make me throw up?
I
I've
was
already
just
puked
waiting
once
for
on
it.
stream. I don't want to do it again.
Twice. The same stream.
I'm counting that as one because it was one stream. Yes, I was in the middle of a court case.
It was during
during-
fucking Zila's court case on the Minecraft server.
And I after fucking throwing up, I come back and I'm like, alright, you know what? Fuck it. You can just have the damn license.
We could just hear him in the background going.
I came back and I'm like, I'm not even gonna argue this shit. Just take the damn license. You win. I gotta go to bed.
We have that on the channel.
That was such a real fucking response.
Oh my
You know what? I'm gonna go to bed. You can just have the damn license.
You were sick as a fucking dog, dude. You were not doing it.
I don't even know what the fuck happened.
It was that bad lobster soup. That was back in February.
The whale was, I would say, about 60% done with the exterior and 0% with the interior. Boy.
Yeah.
I
Well, I was working on it, and then the.
I was too. And then it died.
Voodoo magic must have. Yeah, it was the bad lobster bisque that you had.
Do not trust Trader Joe's lobster bisque. I don't know what that Langostino lobster bisque is, but it ain't with it, chat. It's not good.
That's not even the first time that you had it.
Made
And
me
you
sick
had-
the other time
You
too.
got sick the first time too.
And I was like, nah, it couldn't be the lobster.
Chat.
Chat.
It's Ravroach bisque.
Chat, I think it was the lobster.
I think you just did not like whatever the fuck it was.
I think that lobster's been dead a very long time.
A long time ago, galaxy
Listen,
far away.
okay, Blister, you can't get mad at me for that. Consider the following. I went with Mama Bold to a local sushi joint, and it made me puke. I thought it was...
Yeah, and it made you puke when I went with
No,
you.
hold
They're the
on.
same fucking one. Stop going there.
It's a nice restaurant!
Clearly, it's fucking not. If you're 2 for 2.
It's not the food. It's not the restaurant's fault. It's the
It is
food's
the
fault.
food.
It is
The food is from the restaurant. They make it in house. You're 2 for 2 with that place.
I really like Tobiko, and I'm pretty sure their Tobiko
It's
is not
cursed.
good. It's because that's the only thing I had that was different than you was the fucking Tobiko.
But I ate yours and I didn't get sick.
But I had a lot more of it.
You just need to stop fucking going there.
I will not. I just know that I can't eat certain things from there. I'm gonna change my order and then I won't die.
What I know is if we ever have a good fucking reservation for that nice restaurant that I wanted to go to with you that we did try to go to, the Cipino?
Oh,
that same fucking
got
night,
it.
we are not going to sushi before that.
I was so mad.
I was so sad for you.
Dude, it was pouring rain out. I was out, but were we in the truck or were we in the Chevelle?
Yes. We were in the truck and the door opened on me when we were turning, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. I told you not
pushed up against the
I told you not to lean against the door. That's 70s
I
cars.
was pushed up against it with fucking 50,000 bags on me. You have no... There's no grab bar. There's no way to keep myself
What do you want me
up.
to... I
We were
can't
on a
install
turn.
a grab bar. What do you want me to do?
We were on a turn. I was sandwiched with a bunch of fucking bags. I couldn't have not leaned on it if I wanted to.
Well, you should have tried harder.
Bitch, I was pulling myself over to you and then I slid in the seat because of how hard we hit that fucking turn.
Yeah.
I'm lucky I didn't fucking die that night with those fucked up seatbelts.
Be glad it had seatbelts.
Mine didn't fucking work. It wasn't tightened down at all. Do the bug that you thought was a frog. That was the next one on the list.
Frog bug.
Frog bug. Frog bug. Alone in the world with a little frog bug. A frog, if you will. Bog. Bog. You have to say it like that, otherwise it's not as impactful.
Yeah. But yeah,
It has to
pouring
sound
rain
like
out.
something
I'm just
out
sitting out here, leaned up against my truck. I'm not drunk, even though we were in wine country, which is an unfortunate fucking matter. And I was just heaving my guts out in the fucking street, and I'm thinking, I've got like an hour I've got to drive to get home.
It wasn't an hour, thankfully, but...
Well, it was about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour.
But, I was sitting in the restaurant at the time, waiting for them to bring out the food that we had just ordered, and I'm like, fuck, he went outside. Fuck, what do I do? Because he'd been puking all day since we had the fucking sushi.
No, not all day. Not all day. We had just gone
as soon as we
to...
got there.
We had just gone to a different winery. We'd gone through the whole winery, and then as soon as we went to the bathroom, I came out of the... I went into the bathroom, and I came out, and I just looked at you, and I went, I threw up.
Yeah, it wasn't good. But,
And
so I ended up having
and
to
you thought I was
wave down the
joking.
waitress.
You thought I was joking, and then we get to the restaurant, and I said, "Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom." And I walked into the bathroom and just fucking puked, and I was like, "Okay, I should be okay." Like full on puked, and I'm like, "Okay, I should be okay. I should be okay now. I'm good. I'm good. Usually when I puke, I'm good." Then I came out of the bathroom, like I went to go out of the bathroom, and then. No, wait, I turned around and fucking went right back and... And I was like, after like 2 or 3 fucking vomit sessions, I come out of there and I'm like, I'm just gonna hold it together and I'm just gonna get my food and ask for a box. I'm just gonna hold it together. Then they brought the bread and I tried to eat some bread to try and soak up whatever. I thought I'd had too much to drink, right? Because we're wine tasting. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just... And I'm like, I'm not drunk, but... Maybe I just had too much to drink. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And then I was like, no, I gotta go back to the bathroom. And then that's when Farley was like, are you okay? And I'm like, no. No, I'm not.
And I was just like, listen, we can still order to go. We haven't gotten anything. You're just like, no, it's fine. I'll be fine. I just need a minute. And
I
they
really,
got an
really
appetizer.
wanted to be fine.
And he went back again, and I was just like, oh no.
After
and
like
then you were
round 3, I was like, okay, we need to go.
You were like, I gotta go to the car. And I was like,
After about an hour of just straight up puking, I was good. And then we got back to the house, and I was like, I'm really hungry.
yeah.
And we just...
I only let you have a little bit of your food. I didn't want you having any of the cioppino that night because I was like, you're gonna...
You know, more fish on top of puking from fish, probably not a good idea.
No, I did let you try a little bit of it, and it was delicious. But I didn't want to give you too much, and I didn't want to give you too much of your own food because I was like, he's just gonna puke it up again if I give him more than that. So instead I gave him a little bit, just enough to tide him over. I tucked him in for the night, and then the next day he was okay.
Now we fucking ate that shit for breakfast.
Oh yeah, and it was so good. Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Because I saved it. I didn't.
Well, yeah.
As
Why?
much of it as I probably wanted to because
So-
I wanted him to have some.
You could have had it, but okay. So here's the thing that I never understood, and I have friends that are this way, and my dad was this way. I don't understand people that don't like leftovers.
Yeah, I don't know. I
That's like
can't relate.
the best food, right? Because like you had it the first time and it's delicious, and you have it the second time, except now it's at home and you can add shit to it. Right?
It said, I love cold leftovers.
Dude,
Cold
I'm just gonna be
pizza,
so
hell
real.
yeah.
Either Costco or Little Caesars fucking cold pizza is better than hot pizza. That's not even a joke. It's just the fucking best. Little bit of fucking pepper flake on it. I'm gonna be so honest. Costco pizza, and this is the weirdest take. Costco pizza with Bangkok Thai peanut sauce and some red pepper flake. Fucking delectable. I don't know.
Waiting for this. I'm waiting for the Zila. You're a freak.
It's good.
Or just a freak. Costco pizza was the first pizza you started eating? Well, that's good. It's high in protein.
It's very
It's high in
high in
protein.
protein.
It's higher in protein than the pepperoni or combo pizza.
Yeah.
Your brother hates leftovers? Wow.
Your brother's a freak. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand how you could not like...
Zila. Farley's on the money, Kobold, once again. Freak.
Bruh, look, you can't knock that one until you try it, okay? It's good. Costco pizza's got that cold kind of taste to it, and when you mix it with hot Thai peanut sauce, it's fucking delicious. And I'm not talking the runny shit. I'm talking like Bangkok brand that you get at like Safeway or whatever, because it's got that kind of thickness, like almost like the thickness of ranch, so it sticks to the pizza better.
With the thickness. Sorry.
To be honest though, I'll eat peanut sauce on anything. Like I
Yeah,
I
you love
remember
peanut sauce,
I
love
used
ketchup.
to I used to make fucking quesadillas and put peanut sauce on it. Like I would make a quesadilla, right? 2 whole tortilla. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Let me take a step back. You know what makes me really really mad? When people make
quesadilla, but you only get half.
when people make quesadillas, but with 1 tortilla, and they just fold it over in half. Fuck those people. Okay? Fuck those people. I want both goddamn tortillas. Okay? Fuck
Oh,
you.
ADD.
Fuck you if you do that. I want both goddamn tortillas. Okay? I don't care what kind of cheese you use. I don't care what the ingredients are. But if you use one tortilla, you're going to hell.
Oh man.
So, that being said, what I used to do is I would make a quesadilla.
Nice.
I would use 2 corn tortillas. I would put that Costco of all things, that shredded cheddar white cheese mix that they had. I ain't got time to grill it because that takes time to heat up the fucking stove. That bitch went in the microwave. I'm not a bougie bitch like that. That shit went directly in the microwave. Anyway,
The alternative is you can just
when you
put
take
in
it
the
out,
oven and broil
no, hold
it.
on. I could, but that requires the oven to heat up. A microwave takes 30 fucking seconds. Is it good? It's not the best, but it's edible. So, as soon as that's heated up and melty, you put a fucking line of peanut sauce down the middle of it, and you fold that bitch like a taco. Fucking delectable.
See, listen, at my restaurant we use 2 tortillas, I would like to say.
There you go.
Also, you don't know how to spell. That's fair, man.
What kind of tortilla? Flour or corn?
I think he said they make their fresh corn tortillas. But I assume for the quesadilla you would normally want to use a flour. Could be wrong. They could have the smaller
Okay,
kind.
fair enough.
Homemade
I don't-
flour tortilla.
I don't know what
Ah.
my mom did. I don't know. I need to get her recipe for flour tortillas. When she makes them, they come out with the same consistency of corn tortillas. Like that sort of grainy kind of feel that a corn tortilla has. It's really good.
Does she make white corn tortillas? Is that what it is instead of regular flour tortillas? Because flour tortillas always have the gluten, which causes them to be the texture.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So she
I don't-
probably just.
You're
makes
asking me
white
a lot of
corn
questions
tortillas.
about cooking, and I
I
fucking
know.
burn
You don't
cereal.
know anything about.
So
fucking-
I don't know.
Okay, I love you, baby.
I could burn water.
Love should be soft and fluffy and a little airy. Exactly.
Hers are not. Hers have the consistency. Well, they are airy, but they are a little bit like they've got. I don't know. They've got like that homemade corn tortilla kind of.
She might just be making white corn tortilla.
That's possible. That's very possible. I will say, again, I hope my mom is not listening. The best tortillas I ever had was my friend's family in Mexico. We were on a mountain. I drank from the river, and they made homemade corn tortillas on a fucking rock, and that was the best fucking tortilla I've ever had in my life. Do I know where the fuck I was? No. But they put a little bit of fucking papas in the middle of that. Had some fucking tacos de papas with fucking homemade rock tortillas and some pulque, and I was just in fucking heaven. Or I was drunk. I don't know. Either way, it was really good.
A little bit of A, a little bit of B. Your internet crippled itself. Oh no, Blister. Kobold yearns for the heat rock. It's true. Gred said, I still haven't quite dialed in my tortillas. I need to make them thinner. Do you have a tortilla press, or are you just trying to freehand them? Because if you don't have a tortilla press, it might be something good to look into.
They're not expensive.
No.
Go to like
Especially
a
cast iron one.
Just go to like honestly, like a Mexican. Honestly, you could probably get them at like a Goodwill, but go to like a Mexican grocery store or something if you have one of those near you. Like a supermercado or I don't want to say Los Pericos because that's I think a local grocery thing to my mom, but it might not be.
Says boy.
Las Hermanas? Oh, a
No,
Chavas?
Chavas.
Yeah, Chavas will work. They should have one.
Well, you can always go on the grand old internet and get something. You might as well do it now before things get even more expensive.
Yeah, import tax. Is there an import tax for Mexico?
Yes.
Is there?
Yep.
Dude, I need so many car parts and they're all made fucking Mexico. God!
Yeah.
Fucking damn it.
Also, I'll talk to you about this after stream. I don't want to get into that right now.
Every day, chat, I just consider smuggling goods from Mexico to the U.S.
Don't say that.
Not drugs.
Don't say that.
Like getting
It doesn't
caught
matter at
in
this
smuggling
point. Then
blankets.
You're fighting the IRS. Don't say that.
In Schedule 1, the game.
Your internet ungrilled herself. Yeah, let's go. At least you got an Asian grocery store near you, Gran. I ain't even got that out here. I'm in rural territory. You have a Thai place nearby, though, that's very good, but...
And a Salvadorian place.
Yeah.
Pupusas.
Salvadorian, we've got Indian...
Honestly-
we've got...
Look, I want a Mexican Salvadorian fucking mix place so I can be just a fat ass and I can get a fucking burrito, a torta, and a fucking pupusa all at once. Dude, could you... A torta stuffed with a pupusa would be fucking phenomenal. With maybe a little bit of fucking cactus
That's
on top.
just a bread sandwich.
I like bread sandwiches!
I know. No, you're good, Blister. I get
It's a
it.
greasy
You're locked in.
Mexican bread sandwich and it would be delicious.
Grant said my Asian grocer even has that little scary back room full of cookware that you aren't 100% sure is open to people walking into it. Hell yeah.
Those are the best kind.
That's how you know it's a good one. It's like if you go into a Waffle House and you don't see somebody fist fighting in the parking lot.
Are you really even in a Waffle House?
Exactly. Yeah, the big pot, the kettle, or not the kettle, but the fucking
The cauldron?
you mean. Our steamer baskets, the giant woks. Yeah.
It's either that or when you walk into the fish market area of like an Asian grocery and you can't tell if you can buy the fish or if it's like if they're still processing them because they're in like crates and shit
Just
on
display.
salt, you know, and it's like can I just take, like, there's no bags, you're just like, can I take this, can I have this?
What do I do? The fish are for decoration.
To be fair, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anyone buy a fish from an Asian market. Are they for decoration?
Please do not touch him. This is my decorative, terrifying red fish. Please do not touch him. They are for steaming, yeah. You can steam a whole fish and then you
I made a mistake once.
pour hot, spicy oil on top of
So
it.
I bought a it was supposed to be fucking red tuna, and
no.
I brought the shit home, and the second that I took it out of the package, like as soon as air hit it, it turned brown and
Yeah,
oxidized,
it's called
and I'm like,
oxidization.
oh, how fucking old is this tuna? I ate one piece of it and I didn't feel too good after, and I went, well, there goes 20 bucks. I'm not eating any more of this shit.
That's fair.
I've decided that I'm not gonna buy fish from an Asian market unless I get to cut the fish myself at the market, and I know that it's not gonna immediately oxidize. I think I'd rather just catch the fish myself, honestly. Wait, you're supposed to ask to... Hold on, what? You're talking about the live fish, right, boy? Yeah, because this was not live. It was the one I was talking about. It was already dead. Oh. Okay. I would like to at least get to this last part. I'm not going to make it to the back. Unfortunately, that's just not going to happen. If you want the fish to start flopping around in your car... Oh. Well, no, but they were already dead. Chat, I do want to mention something because I've noticed it. I just want to say I appreciate all of you guys because it's very wholesome that we're not super toxic, and I really appreciate that. It's very friendly. It's easy to pop into. So basically, thank you. Thank you for not being Gibbons. True. Fishcoms 3. What a time to be alive. No, but I was being sincere. I can do that from time to time. Farley's been rather quiet the last couple of minutes. I can do that. It's a rare occurrence. Don't expect it, but I can do it. Chat, let me try and wake up Farley. Or do we go until 11 and then I try and wake up Farley? Because I'm almost to my... I don't know that I'm going to make it there, but I want to try and... So, I want to get to this spot right here, where the leather meets each other, so that I can kind of just join these two together. But so far, right, we got pretty decently far. Now we just have to kind of... I mean, realistically, I have that much left to do, which is, I would say, roughly a little less than half of where I really wanted to get tonight. So I can't. Unfortunately speaking, I can't say that I didn't. I can't confirm if Farley is asleep or not. He's just gotten quiet. Usually he snores. See, but E-Black, you remember it is the thing. You remember that it was a Discord thing, and that's just as good. I hate that I'm, like, in a groove now. And, like, it's moving quicker. And fucking Farley possibly fell asleep. If we're lucky, maybe he just stepped away. So, couple more stitches and then we're gonna call it there, because I've got, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6, we'll call it 8 more stitches, because I want to get a little bit past. What if Farley's being purposefully quiet? That's a good point. We don't know. We won't know. Maybe I said something to make him mad. Maybe he hates us, chat. Okay, well... that sucks. Maybe I am done for tonight. Because I just lost my needle. Do I want to thread another one? Yeah, kind of. I kind of want to finish. I'm gonna finish. I'll thread another needle. By the way, if anybody's curious, I made a sharp spin out of an oregano container. It's perfect for dropping needles in. Farley may or may not have fallen asleep. We can't tell. He's not snoring like normal. Okay. We're back. We are so back. Am I supposed to be... Yes, new hole. So, Farley doesn't watch the VODs, so I can say this. I'm really proud of him for being in school, but I'm also kind of, in a way, kind of feeling that sort of, now you know how I felt kind of feeling, you know? Because, Farley was self-employed for a long time, so he could get up whenever he wanted or do whatever, and, he wasn't used to being stuck to a schedule, and, would oftentimes try and keep me up till, like, late at night. Be like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I'd be struggling right in the morning. And now, like, I'd say, I really gotta go to bed, I gotta work in the morning, whatever. And now that Farley's going to school, he's telling me the same things. He's like, I really gotta go to bed early because I gotta get up early for school and blah blah blah. It kind of makes me laugh, and I'm like, bruh, no offense, but that's that's how I feel. So in a way, I'm kind of being a bastard and being like, oh, you can stay up. It's not that bad. Like, I'm not doing it to be spiteful. I'm not doing it to be rude or anything like that. But when it does happen, it kind of makes me chuckle a little bit, because I'm like, oh, yeah, that was me. That was me like a month ago. But I am insanely proud that he is stuck with the schooling and hasn't dropped out. So I will have to wake him up momentarily so that we can end stream. But I want to finish where we're at. Ah. Come on. Oh, goodness. Go. We've got only a couple more stitches to go. And then we'll do the Dora the Explorer swipe or no swiping thing to try and wake up Farley. Well, I don't think it's that he's overusing his brain. I think it's just that he has to get up early now. And he's not used to that yet. See, in Washington, they've got a really weird school thing. His sibling is in an interesting type of schooling program, and I'm not sure if Farley was in it, but they let you do it on your own time instead of doing like a regular curriculum. So it's you can choose to go to school for however many hours that you want to do every day. And it's like, I don't understand how that works, because what kid wants to go to school? See, but okay, so, but homeschool, frankly speaking, I don't think that other than for certain aspects like medical stuff, I don't think that homeschool is the best option, because it does not teach you the necessary life skills to deal with things like, as unfortunate it is, bullies, or maybe individuals that you just don't want to be around. That's something that a public or even private school will teach you, because it's people that you don't necessarily want to be around. Medical reasons, I 100% understand. That's completely out of your hands, right? But their school is a public school that does that. So it's like, what kid wants to go to public school at all? Like, it's basically, well, kid prison, from what I remember. Oh, I hear the snoring. Yep, Farley definitely fell asleep. And we've got 3 more stitches. So let's do the last 3 stitches here, and then we will try and wake up Farley. Also, there's an MIT that has open course weave that you can check out for some courses. Ooh! Okay, I'll let Farley know so that he can look at it. I've only been homeschooled for the past 4 months, and I've been to regular school for most of my... But there you go. See, but you learned... What I'm saying is you learned the... You learned how to deal with people. Right? So it's not like... You're not... For lack of a better term, you're not being taught... the just basic information from people who probably don't know it themselves. Now, there are exceptions to that, like when you have like the really, really, really smart parents that are like already professors, and they're just like, okay, well, you don't need to deal with this shit, we'll just teach you, and blah, 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 blah. But I'd say that is maybe one in a billion that's going to be the case. Normally speaking, it's other than for medical reasons, right? Homeschooling tends to be like from individuals that were either raised really, really, really fucking religious, or really, really rural, and they don't want to teach anything like LGBT stuff or anything like that. They just want to teach them how to read and write and the Bible. And there's a huge reason why 90% of the world, not the U.S., but just the world in general, consider homeschooling illegal. Yeah, there you go. It's illegal to have a private university. I'd imagine it's probably also illegal in Turkey to have homeschooling, because it falls under that kind of, maybe not the same premise, but it's not a government-funded agency that's teaching children. It's just like parents. I'm not for homeschooling. I think homeschooling should be outlawed because it's in the U.S. homeschooling tends to be an outlet to teach racism. Not always, but the majority of the time. And I'm just not for it. Well, so that's that's a different. You're in a different situation because it's, yours is for medical reasons. That's different, right? That would be the same as like if you were having medical issues and your teacher was bringing you schoolwork to do while you're off, right? That's not the same. You can do open school and you study home, but have to go and take exams at the nearest high school. See, but that's the thing. You have to go and take exams, right? In the U.S., they just kind of accept that children are going to be taking the exams. Like, they send the coursework to schools. Like, you have to get registered with the local school board, but there's no requirement to be, like, an actual teacher, right? They just kind of tell you, well, this is what the coursework needs to be, and to go teach them. And it's up to you if you want to teach them or not. And that's why you get a lot of unfortunate DCSS cases, which, if you don't know what that is, in the U.S., DCSS stands for Department of Child Services, where they'll take the child out of the home because they're not being taught. I remember watching a court case of a woman who had like 7-8 children down south. I can't remember the exact number, but it was a lot. And she was, for her, there was a whole bunch of deplorable things that she did, but one of them was, well, I'm not teaching my children the curriculum that the school's giving them. I'm teaching them life lessons instead, because none of them are going to be rocket scientists, was her exact words. That's not, I mean, that's in itself is the coin of why I really don't agree with that kind of schooling in general. And the other thing is, right, there is no requirement in the U.S. to prove that. Like, you can like, for homeschooling, you just have to take one aptitude test that you mail into the state. I mean, I'm sure there's other caveats to it. I wasn't homeschooled, but I'm avidly against it. I think it should be illegal, realistically, other than for, as stated, medical reasoning. But that's basically your teacher's giving you schoolwork to do at home while you recover, right? And there's specific things. What is unschooling? Is that kind of like the Pray the Gay Away camps? It's very possible, E-Black, because I watched it on YouTube. I love watching true crime shit on YouTube, where the cops have to go in and they're like, okay, so this is fucked up. And it's one of those, like, really clickbaity titles, and I'm not going to claim I'm the brightest, individual in the world, but I still think I still think that there's a lot of stuff that a public school can teach you that homeschooling can't. And a lot of times, again, it's religious based. So I know that a lot of Mormons tend to do homeschooling because they want to indoctrinate their children with the Bible, with the Mormon Bible, in every lesson. So when they grow up, they are afraid to do anything other than what's in it. That's a real thing. You can look that up. I'm not making that up. Again, a while back when I was on Tabby's stream talking about it, my dad grew up Mormon and I grew up around a lot of Mormons, but we were not religious because he was kicked out of the church. Which is probably why I fell into paganism, which, you know, unironically, he also fell into paganism, but that's probably, again, for another reason, since he was a hippie. But, you know, the 60s were a different time. That's crazy, Blister. You know, what's really crazy to think, when I am at work, I have actually had it where there are individuals that will come in to file paperwork and they had somebody fill it out for them because they can't read or write. And these are people that are like 4 or 5 times my age. And it baffles me how you could get by in life without knowing how to read or write. Like, in any language, right? I don't know how you could survive. I just don't understand. It's baffling. But it happens quite frequently. It's not like a rare occurrence. It happens a lot. And then they go, oh, well, can you write it for me? And legally speaking, I can't. I can't modify your documents in any way because that doesn't fall under legal advice, but it means I'm assisting one side, and you can't. If you're an impartial party, you can't assist one side in any matter other than submitting their paperwork. And it's like, it feels bad, but at the same time, like, you can't, like, it's also baffling because, like, how did you make it this far without learning how to read? Or at the very minimum, like, without learning how to write, right? A lot of times they don't. A lot of times they have people drive them. The not native speaker thing is fine. Most government offices will, at least in the US, offer a translator for any language that you want. And if we don't have them on site, we have a service that it's a weird telephone. It's like an old 80s style telephone with phone cords and all that. We hand you one phone. It's got 2 phones on it. One goes to you, one goes to me, and then I would call in and I'd tell the translator what the language is that I need, and then I will speak, they'll translate it, and then they speak, and then they translate it back. So that's in the US, at least in California. We offer translators like that. That's crazy. Well, how old is your grandmother, if you don't mind me asking? She's got to be, what, her 80s, 90s? she's in her 80s, yeah. That's about the same age range that we have people that come in that can't read and write. And like it's different, right? When you can tell when somebody can't read or write versus somebody who forgot their glasses, right? Like, and you wouldn't think that you could tell the difference with that, but you absolutely can. And it's in a way it's kind of sad. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Cause like you can't help, and it's like it's too late, you know. In a fucked up sort of way, it's too late in life for you to just go learn how to read and write. Alright, I'm gonna call this one, I fucked up. Because I fucked up. For lack of understanding, I skipped a hole. That's so wild. I can't imagine how hard life must be to not know how to write. You know? Because it's such a like integral like or even you don't necessarily have to write. I mean, you could probably figure it out, but like that's such an integral part of like the world, right? No matter what the language is, like if you can't read, right? You could probably translate it with a phone nowadays, but you still have to read what that translation is. Because I mean, AI speech isn't gonna get it 100% of the time. I don't know. That's disgusting, Blister. Ugh. Did Farley get back? No, but he is snoring now, so I think I'm gonna try and wake him up. I'm gonna call him. I kind of got on a roll and I didn't want to stop. I'm trying to call him. I don't know if it's gonna work. I've got 3 different apps that I can use to call him that do different ringers to see if that'll work. He's been quiet enough that like it's not enough to hang up on him, you know? I think this new microphone of his cuts out the noise. Not trying to clown on him, but Farley snores like an angry bear. My lack of evil? Remember, I'm the good twin. Who says I'm ever evil? I never said I was evil. I need to start telling him to make his ringtone on max before we stream. I might have to do the outro in chat. I'm not good at doing the outro. I've heard him say it for a year now. What does he say? Well, yes, okay, so, well, are we ending it here, chat? I think we might, because I can't wake him up. I've tried to call him now 7 times. So, I guess we're going to end it here for tonight. I got decently far. I almost made it to the, well, no, I'm going to cut it there. My brain's over here like, well, I could make it. No. Next Thursday, we're going to hopefully finish all the way back around to here, snip it off, and then start on the buttonholes. Either the buttonholes or the fringe, I don't know. We'll see. But let me see if I remember what Farley says. Let me see. We hope that everybody has a good day, night, or whatever. That you drink water. And there's probably water in whiskey. I don't know. And that everybody has a wonderful night. And we'll see you all next time. I think I got it that time, chat. Oh, right. We have a Discord in the description, as well as our both of our Twitters and Blue Skies are down below. If you want to keep track of us, other than YouTube, you can follow us on there, or you can follow us here, like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell for any notifications. We stream Mondays for video games, Tuesdays and Thursdays for leatherworking, and the odd occasional weekend stream. But in any case, I hope everybody has a wonderful night, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye!